Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Swords and Sages. We're back. Sorry we've been gone so long. I'm not entirely sure who all these people are anymore. So
we're all 5th level now, right?
Ooh,
nice
that's
level I got.
Nice
I'm
try.
12. I didn't remember what level we were at until you mentioned that, and I just looked at my character sheet. It's a great disappointment to realize we are still only at level 2.
We're so close to finishing the module tonight.
Close is a very that word is doing a lot of heavy lifting there, dear.
We probably won't even make it to Baldur's Gate tonight.
I swear to God.
So hello, everyone.
Taco challenges we gotta do. We got like the whole road up to Baldur's Gate is like a taco challenge road. Like you hit the stop 1, stop 2.
Is that like the Walt Disney World drink around the world? It tacos up the Sword Coast?
Taco challenge road.
I mean, every
That's
day
the
is Taco
episode title.
Tuesday if you try hard enough.
You know, you just have to believe in yourself. That's the real trick there.
Gotta watch a Dewey eat tacos up and down the Sword Coast.
So hello everyone, welcome back. We're playing D&D tonight, much to Ezra's chagrin. And we're going to launch into this as quickly as we can. But first we have a couple of points that we want to hit. First of all, Birds of Paradise is a marvelous friend of the show who we absolutely adore. The Kickstarter shipments are going out apace. I'm looking forward to hearing more about when the Cardinal comes in, because I want those pretty dice. I want those pretty dice bad. And if you go to her website, that is birdsofparadise.com. I don't think there's an LLC or anything weird in there, but if you use our code chaotic at the checkout, then you get 15% off of your order, which at least helps cover, shipping, and it helps you out a little bit. So go check out a really cool dice maker. She's got some great Arizona themed dice on there. I have several of the sets, and I know some of our other people do too. Ezra, you still owe her $10.
I might have paid yesterday.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. And then another friend of the show is Nord Games. They are a magnificent company who makes fantastic D&D supplementary material that we use pretty frequently here on the show. We don't use the we don't use the luck deck so much anymore, which is unfortunate. I might bring it back at some point because it's amusing. But we use a whole bunch of their books for giving goblins with bombs and blitches to have as great big BBEGs that got killed by environmental problems.
I mean, aren't we all gonna go that way sooner or later?
Finally, a D&D game that brings up climate change.
It's the little things. But if you go to their website, nordgamesllc.com/3.html, I think James is the only one young enough to get away with dabbing still.
That blur filter doesn't.
Yeah, wow.
That was pretty cool. But if you go to that website, that is our affiliate link, and if you use our code chaotic20, you get 20% off. And they have some really cool stuff there. Go check it out, see if any of it will fit into your home game. We are using D&D Beyond tonight to help keep track of everything. I'm told there's encounter trackers in there. I haven't built anything in there with that yet. I might eventually, but as I have pointed out, I truly loathe combat for combat's sake, so I might not do a whole lot of that, so we'll see. If you want to support us more directly, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/questsandchaos, where you get access to our Q&C After Dark recordings, where for 15 to 20 minutes after every show, we talk about what happened in the show and discuss
Or what didn't happen.
What didn't happen, what could have happened, plotting ideas to give Tiana ideas, all those little fun things. So yeah, you get access to the After Dark recordings. You get access to being able to give us a little bit of extra help on the shows, including things like cards. Thomas, would you mind telling us what cards we have this month?
For this
Speaking of cards, I was ready with the segue, but anyway.
I just handed it to you, man. I did a fantastic pass off, and then you dropped the baton on your foot.
Well, since you mentioned our Patreon, we have these wonderful cards that people are able to give in. And almost a month ago, Squeal the Bard, Ben, donated at the time Tonic of Charm, because that's what it was at the time, to this group, as well as Dangerous Oil, in case you need another copy of the book or a +1 to any weapon for end of
And when
combat.
they say any weapon,
Oh, that's okay then. And then we have an updated version of the Deck of Inspiration, and Seth has donated Surgical Strike, which replaces some of the Critical Strike cards in there. So this does maximum damage. Instead of turning a regular hit into a critical, this card does maximum damage.
but it only works on surgeons.
I was gonna say this is the right campaign since we've got 2 doctors in the group.
Yeah.
So
There we go. Now it is the official card. I don't know if you can see it. It
Wow.
says Surgical Strike.
What the?
Signed by the author. Get that on eBay.
So those are the cards that we have. We then have some bits coming in.
Ooh, let's hear those.
Yes, I need to back this up for a second just to see. We're going to go with, I don't know why I had to back that up, because J Matthews 85 with 500 bits for the DM. The DM gets these bigger tokens with the hole in the middle. I don't know why I had to look it up. I knew it was for the DM because that's what J Matthews
I mean, it's
does.
Jay Matthews. Thank you very much, friend.
We then have Duke Fleek. This is to the players to make poor decisions. I don't
Honey,
think you need
don't-
to pay us for that.
yeah, I was
but-
gonna say we'll do that anyway, but thank you.
Yeah.
We can get paid for
Encourage
that.
them.
Man, we should hold out more.
I was not aware we could get paid for that.
Yeah, right?
We then have 500 bits from Tamago Tora for the undefeated goose.
Goose Hyunk on forever.
right. I almost forgot about that goose.
Not
I
only
don't.
undefeated, but unharmed.
I did damage to the goose.
That's true. Or at least it let you think you did.
I don't think that's something you should be bragging about right now, given how soundly that goose could have whipped our butts.
Yeah.
Tamago Tora then with 500 bits for the Poor Decision Fund. Again, they're just
Yeah.
Oh.
getting and
I think that's
these
my
cards.
college fund.
Yeah. That's it for the cards and the bits. We do have a giveaway tonight, which is a Nord Games deck of your choice. They've got a bunch. It must be in stock. The printer is on serious back order, so we'll see. Well, hopefully they're getting new stuff printed.
We have late breaking bits from
Yes,
my
we do.
favorite Twitch user.
I've got to reach across the table to handle this one. Ezra, why don't you take this one?
We have 1,500 bits from the Baroness to the DM. We prefer the term GM because DM is hate speech.
That
You
is
use language like that?
Thank you very much.
It's great to see the Baroness.
This, hold on. From Titan Media Collective, this just in.
Oh God, are they here again?
They always find us.
1,500 bits for the players from the Baroness.
No. To the equally amazing players.
Ah. It's good to have you back,
Tiana.
Baroness. It's been a while. It's good to see your name pop up in the chat again.
Yes.
We're sending you lots of love.
Speaking of sending love, we should send some love to Ben, who's going through some struggles right now with he lost a beloved family member, and he let us know on Saturday's game. But Ben, Squeal, we're thinking about you.
Yeah, love you, buddy.
I don't
good
think I
to
can do
see.
that with my hands.
Good to see. I was about to mention this before the bits came in. It's good to see Gimpy Libby out there as well. But Gimpy Libby also with the 500 bits unnamed.
If it's unnamed, it's to the players. That's just the rule.
Could also wait a moment because it just came in. See what happens.
It's
Then there's
conditional.
the delay.
This is the usually Tamago Toros are conditional on burning something. So this should be like the first person to set something on fire.
Oh, specifically for
Ooh.
Thomas.
Nice. I will take that and put it in the player pile. Thank you.
That's for your next taco feast.
Unfortunately, I don't know any GI Joe facts. So if we're doing GI Joe facts in honor of the Baroness, I'm going to throw the baton over at Ezra.
So here's a GI Joe fact: Ray Park playing Snake Eyes in when he has a mask on, but as soon as they go and take the mask off, they got to get a brand new actor that's not Ray Park. That's
Yikes.
It's Henry Golding.
I think it's actually Scarlett Johansson.
You're probably right.
One of my most favorite Asian actors.
Yeah, she is.
Gosh.
Ooh, so questionable.
So there is actually Renegade Studios at Gen Con announced they are making a GI Joe, or they're releasing a GI Joe deck builder, a deck building game. I have all sorts of thoughts on licensed properties in games. They're almost always terrible, but I will have an open mind. And
so, sorry, I cut you off. I was just going to say, we could reach out to Renegade Game Studios and see if they would want to have that played.
I have enough I have enough GI Joe shirts we could all wear.
Oh, sold.
Done.
And they almost all of them have the Baroness on them. I always make sure if there's a shirt with the Baroness on it, I get it.
And if anybody's out there saying, you know what I really want is a licensed deck building game to spend money on, Epic? Is it Epic Games? Not Epic Games makes Unreal Engine. Everything Epic has the Librarians, which is designed by our very own Brett. So you should, get out there and get the Librarians card game when it comes out.
Yeah. Did you back that?
I did. The full deluxe
You got
master edition.
You got everything.
Yeah.
I actually watched the show because of that. I'd never seen the show before.
I've heard good things about that show, but it is on my excruciatingly long list of media to be watched.
It's like Indiana Jones meets Warehouse 13.
It's a great place to steal plot ideas for when you don't know what to do with a bunch of players that won't stay on plot. Also, I'm not saying I've done that before or anything.
So what you're saying is I can't do that because you've already watched the show and you'll recognize everything that I do.
I recognize everything in D&D. Don't worry about it.
Fair point.
Actually, I mean, is this module not just the Librarians in D&D form?
Kind of. Now that you mention it, yeah, kind of. Well, speaking of libraries, librarians, and exploring, let's go explore Candlekeep.
I can't believe Ezra would say that. That's all I'm saying.
It was a shocking revelation.
It really was.
Seriously. Prepare to be canceled, Ezra.
So
Yeah,
this
and
is
if you want to know what we're talking about, go check out our Patreon at QNC After Dark Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this week on the after show is just my enemies list.
and we're gonna be here for 3 hours. There are some great covers. Like this is the longest title intro for any Quest and Chaos show, so we have a good amount of time to like go to the bathroom and sit and chat for a few minutes. Bit.
Refill my wine out of my silver bullet tumbler, guys.
There you go.
Merch store.
Available on the merch store. Yes, thank you.
Indeed. All right. Well, previously on Swords and Sages, if since none of us remember what.
Yeah.
I rewatched the VOD as a refresher.
I am
Wow.
impressed.
I don't watch this crap.
But you should do the previous
That's why
one.
I did.
Previously on Swords and Sages, our intrepid adventurers discovered that books were coming into Candlekeep that weren't actually books. They're a kind of mimic, maybe. They're a weird amalgamation of something called a Giggy Whatsit. And I'm going to murder that name more and more every time because it's a stupid name and I think it's funny.
Side note, if you join our Discord, there are a few songs about it now.
That's right, yeah.
So yes, they discovered that books were coming alive and eating people, and after a excruciatingly long fact-finding mission across Candlekeep, which involved, I have to remember, remind me on the break, something came in that had to do with a sneaky undead raven.
Oh. Okay.
Remind me on the break. I have to go
Someone
get
mailed
it.
you a bird skeleton?
Almost.
Okay.
Like someone went off to the side of the street. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, you're on a list
Raven,
now.
throw that in a
That's-
box, ship it to
Yes.
You have to stick around till after the break
Yeah.
to see what we're talking about.
Well, I guess I have to stay. Sorry, Rachel, I have to stay till after the break.
Sorry, Rachel. I have to keep him for a little bit longer.
I was going to take off.
Like you do. Anyway, yes, after an excruciatingly long fact-finding mission, they a well-placed bribe for a quick message and a sending spell later, they have discovered that the books came from a bookshop in Baldur's Gate called Amber Dune Books. I'm going to look to make sure that I did not say that wrong. Yes,
I have Amber Dune books.
Amber Dune books.
Yes.
Something I wrote down.
And
Who is Amber Dune?
It's a
you'll
stripper.
have to go to Baldur's Gate to find out, or actually, get to Baldur's Gate.
If you want to find somebody named Amber, you want to go to a brothel.
Why do you think we're going to Baldur's Gate?
It's a shithole.
You didn't specify what level of brothel.
Yeah. And along the way to Baldur's Gate, they camped out one night and found that the Avowed were kind enough to make sure that they had camping supplies for the trip to Baldur's Gate. And then they spent the night at a tavern that had an all-you-could-eat taco challenge, which Dewey, being the hungry teenager, won handily.
Nat 20 that. Best Nat 20 ever.
Really was.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty hilarious.
I got heartburn just thinking about it.
But because he's a teenager and got a nat 20, he didn't even make anyone regret being in the same room as him.
Oh, I miss those days.
And then the next tavern that they stayed at has an interesting vibe to it. There's a mysterious stranger in the corner. The bartender is a pair of glowing red eyes under a cloak who is surprisingly affable. And everyone is just now waking up from a long rest. Some people had very good dreams. Some people had very awful dreams. And however they slept that night, it is now morning and the road awaits.
Is there any reference to who slept well and who did?
Alondra, you listened to the episode? Help!
We have you.
Sabachthani and Odila got great night's sleep and got buffs because of it. Laura, I can send you the reminder. I believe
I think me and Dewey got the average.
You got average night's sleep, so you're just fine. And then unfortunately Wuya had a horrible night's sleep. And then a surprisingly revelatory conversation with his raven that none of us heard.
You know,
Anyway.
just gotta sow some seeds out there for the viewers. It's great. So
As
yes,
he was changing his sheets.
Odila and Sabachthani both have, I believe, a +1 to all skill checks for the next 24 hours.
That is correct.
So use that wisely, or don't. I'm not your mom.
You technically you are my mother if we ever run into her is
who
the
are you
problem.
Who are you and what have you done with Fiona?
You know, in this book that was sent to us by a great person, I have +1 skill checks for the next 24 hours written down.
Then you must have also gotten a good night's sleep.
Where's the taco?
I actually
When
did
was that
write
written down?
Too.
Did you just write that down, Thomas?
No, I wrote that down whenever we played last.
Oh, wait.
You probably also rolled high enough. And
I
just
wrote
missed it.
down I won. So I think we're done.
I think that was from the Dreamlands.
I won.
Accurate. So yes, morning has dawned, and while there isn't a lot of hustle and bustle downstairs, you do get the sense that the inn is waking up around you.
Is the sinister glowing eyes in a cloak less sinister by daylight?
Well, that's
Does he
the funny
still
thing.
manage to find shadow.
That's the funny thing. As there's a little bit of light up in your rooms, and that's what helped wake you up as the sun was rising. You come downstairs, and it isn't so much that all the windows are closed. There's just like this aura about the place that keeps it kind of twilighting.
I appreciate good mood lighting.
Do we smell breakfast tacos?
There are no breakfast tacos, but there is sausage and eggs and beans being made.
There are no more tortillas in this entire neighborhood. After doing.
Oh man, I think they call it chorizo. I'd go downstairs and
Yeah, let's have some breakfast and get on the road.
All right. Breakfast is included with the room, so you don't have to do anything extra for that. And the plates arrive in front of you, and there is a very hearty stick to your ribs kind of breakfast waiting for you.
Yeah, and as we're eating, y'all just kind of see Wuya as he's just kind of nudging his sausage a little bit, and then just kind of just sits there, kind of staring at his food for the moment.
Wuya, do you need your skeletal bird to chew that up for you?
No, just hey, I found it.
There it is. There's a voice. We were concerned because in our pre-show
You just have to
conversation,
get in the
it was
groove.
like, what were the voices?
Right? Oh, whew. Been a minute, y'all.
Welcome back, James.
Thank you.
We're so glad to have you.
No, just had a rough night of sleep. That's all.
Well, I told you that was what happens if you have too much sugar before bed.
Oh, is that what they put in my drink? Oh. I guess I should really watch out on the sugar. As a younger person, you really got to watch your sugar take in early. You don't want early onset diabetes.
what?
You are the doctor. Although you're a doctor who seems to mainly treat the dead.
Really?
You're like a
Oh.
necro doctor.
Hmm. Oh, necro doctor, like a necroctor. We'll find this. We'll table this, but I'm gonna find this.
How many horses do we have? 3? 4.
3.
Yep.
Right. We're half. Does anybody here know how far away Baldur's Gate is? Dewey just yells to the room.
And there's not a lot of people in the room, but you get sort of this sense of like a lot of attention being turned toward you. before the person behind the bar, behind the bar says, "You're about 2 days away."
Oh, thank you, Dewey, for putting a target on our back right now. Perhaps we should get on our way and not dilly-dally too long.
At which point Sabachthani comes downstairs, always late, and just when I was like, "Who's painting targets now?"
I imagine her descending like Norma Desmond.
Right.
Every single time. It's the full-on robe with train every single time she shows up to breakfast.
You know, our horses have been charmingly surviving this long. It's a wonderful thing to see.
That was an oddly ominous statement, Lester. Do you know something I don't?
Well, I've been around a number of horses that did not have the survivability that our current horses do.
That is true. That's why Mother prefers riding nightmares. Should we go check on the animals?
You actually see Odila knocking on the wood tables. Like, she's trying to hide it, but like it's kind of almost like a gut reaction to do that when she hears about that.
Dewey gets up and he's like, "I'm gonna go check on the horses." Kind of quickly runs out.
Well, my dear, I got your coffee.
Thank you. Is it coffee or is it coffee?
I mean, it was once coffee.
Perfect.
It has been subdued by all the alcohol.
Thank goodness.
Wait, so you guys write bad dreams down below, or is it like what?
Bad Dreams Down Below. I have read that book.
Oh, what kind of manuscript is it? Is it
It is a ribald tale that does involve some intestinal discomfort.
Oh, so like what Dewey was supposed to have, but because he's a teenager, he has a stomach of steel.
That's right. It's from the same author that did Three Goblets, Two Gnomes.
Wow. That was a very illuminating novel. Just to be able to see the anatomical design of goblins and the similarities and differences, fascinating stuff.
How are the horses? Are they okay? Are they doing all right? That's it. I'm outside by the horses.
So thank you. There's people next to the inn, and as you go running out of the inn, like the early morning light just smacks you in the eyes, and it's just like, oh god, everything's teary for a second before you sort of blink it away. It's like, oh yeah, that's what light looks like. Before going to the stable. There isn't anyone in there, but your horses are all standing there, starting to wake up and very much alive and eating what looks like a fairly healthy breakfast.
I'm going to timidly, I'm going to, with confidence, a gentle confidence, approach the horse and just say hello.
That went from timidly to confidently to basically
somewhere in the middle.
Well, the last time I went towards a horse, it didn't go so well. So I just want to, just.
I mean,
say hello.
Are you getting close to the horse? Are you offering them a treat of any variety? How are you approaching the horse?
If there's one around, otherwise I'll just,
Give me a perception check. Why not have the first roll back be stupid?
That is an 18 plus 4, so 22.
All right. You see a little cabinet over to the side where, upon further investigation, you discover a little basket of sugar cubes.
Nice. So I will start with Odila's horse and then say hello there and then move down to the other two.
All right. Since you come bearing offerings, I won't make you do an animal handling check this time. They're very happy to see you. They wicker a little bit and like shake their heads, nudge your hands, poke around in your pockets a little bit, looking for other treats. Horses are
over taco in there
sometimes.
Good thing about soft shell tacos is they're just as good in the morning.
It's true. But yes, they appear to be doing quite well and seem well refreshed and ready for the morning ahead.
I don't know how to put anything on a horse, so I'll just wait out here.
Probably wise. Tacking up a horse wrong would be very painful for everyone involved.
I'll come out and start like tacking the horses and stuff. And you didn't see an extra horse around here, did you, son?
Did I?
No,
Nope.
Just the three?
Just
just
the
the
three.
three.
But there's 3. So bonus.
Still
No. Bonus would be if we had another horse. 3 is
Well,
what we
okay.
had when we came in.
Okay.
there.
We're lucky to still have 3.
Well, horses do have a rapid mortality. Just watch out for the geese. All right, well, let us get on the road.
Yeah, Odila would have finished her breakfast, not really spending time to chat, and would have got her stuff and been out with the horses to help saddle them up as well.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna pocket one of the sausages, like, yeah, maybe for later.
Wuya, as you are getting ready to leave the inn, you hear the ominously glowing-eyed person murmur, "Young one, you might want to consider your path."
Sorry, James just thought of it being like Tiana. Or Tiana saying it's like, you should be writing your backstory for me at this moment, please.
No. I don't pick on players when they have bigger things going on IRL.
Sorry, that just flashed before my brain. I'm sorry.
Backstory.
Yeah. No, I'm going on a path. What path you going on?
One that leaves me with pleasant dreams. Travel safely.
Thank you. Okay. This is chorizo, right? I heard something about chorizo.
Yes.
Oh, cool. Iris likes chorizo.
And the bartender looks at Iris and tilts its head a little bit in almost a gesture of respect, greeting. Hard to say.
Does Wuya get a sense of that in any way of like what they are beyond glowing red eyes?
Give me an insight check. Wait, are you trying to discover intent, or are you trying to figure out what they might be? Those are different.
They might be.
What they might be? Okay.
Just send your dancing lights into the road.
Actually, make that perception check at disadvantage, please.
Well, let's see. Perception check is a 6.
But it can't go below your passive,
So 13.
otherwise known as the Swords and Sages rule.
It's not. That is a real rule.
It's from the.
But
from
it
the
comes
manual.
up every episode in our game.
Well,
Yeah, because we roll bad.
So 13 with the muddled. You had a very bad night's sleep, and the twilight in this room seems to be a little bit dimmer for you.
Mhm.
So you get the sense of the red eyes, and kind of a little hunch to the shoulders, but not much else besides that.
Okay. Have a good day, night, twilight. I don't know. Bye.
Time is a soup, and hardly worth mentioning.
Soup. I like soup. Bye.
And off you go.
Sabachthani just wants to kind of like was probably hanging back drinking her coffee and watches Wuya leave, kind of checks in with the bartender, not saying anything, just sort of like making eye contact, one eyebrow.
Mrs. Moreover.
You know how to find me, I'm sure.
you are surprisingly easy to find.
Is it a surprise? I'll take note of that.
It's the perfume.
Give him a nod and head out after everybody else.
All right. So it is a beautiful early summer morning. And yes, the sun is shining. The birds are tweeting. You hear an occasional goose honk way off in the distance.
And everybody goes, just like freezes, looks over their shoulders.
My hands start glowing green.
But it is a beautiful day. There's a light breeze that's blowing to blow off any of the possible fog and keep things at a pleasant traveling temperature as you all mount your horses and make your way toward Baldur's Gate.
I think Wuya and Odila are sharing a horse.
Wuya and Sabachthani were sharing a horse, Odila and Dewey, unless Odila wants to trade, which Sabachthani will like kind of give her a shrug, like, did we rock, paper, scissors for this, or do we just keep going as we were?
I mean, Odila is all about efficiency at this point, so the easiest thing is just to keep the pairings as is.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm riding with your luggage.
Yes. With all of our luggage, to be fair.
No, it's mostly yours.
It's mostly yours, sir. Excuse you.
All right, it's all luggage.
Where are my riding joppers?
So yes, you travel through the day, and again, it is a beautiful summer day as you are traveling through. You're definitely starting to see a little bit more signs of civilization as you're getting closer to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is a port town, and port towns have a nasty habit of sprawling. So you're starting to see farms out in this direction that with some farmers who are, you run into carts every now and again that are clearly hauling their wares to Baldur's Gate, or a couple of them are returning with empty carts. It is a very bustling, it is becoming a bustling area as you're getting closer and closer to Baldur's Gate.
Can we pull over for a second? I just want to maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes or so.
The tacos.
Yes, the tacos.
Odila's thinking the same thing.
Those took
I
a
mean,
long
we'll have
time
to take breaks from time to time, of course.
Yeah. So, I just want to take a break as we get closer to civilization.
Do we believe there's an inn a day's ride from here so that we can?
Yes, there are inns fairly regularly spaced, and there is to Odila and I believe Sabachthani's knowledge another inn along the way. And
So
then
we
it'll
could
be another day's travel to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but when Dewey asked to stop, especially since he is sharing a horse with Odila, she says, sure. And she just says, you better wipe completely.
There's an
Okay.
episode title.
Okay. That's Dewey gets off and casts Mage Armor and
Oh my God!
detect
it's that
magic
bad.
as a ritual.
If you have to cast Mage Armor before you go,
So
There's no
after
going.
10 minutes, are you going to say, oh, I need another 1 minute?
Yes, I'm like, just 10 minutes. 11 actually.
Is that a real 10 minutes or a metaphorical 10 minutes?
It's actually no. After 10 minutes, I was like, oh, I just need 6 more seconds. Okay, and done. Okay, now I've got 10 minutes, so let's ride fast.
So what does your Mage Armor look like, Dewey, as you finish casting it and it settles around your body?
Does it say it's anything?
I'm giving
Except
you
the gift of flavor.
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
Rios would
know.
just be like paper floating around him.
Ooh. And as you finish casting the spell, you hear in the back of your mind, "Great, we got this. I'm going to protect you."
Oh yeah, it looks like a stag.
See what happens when
Yeah.
we don't get enough fundraising? Even the sentient spellbook has the kid accent.
Only
Nah,
with
nah.
your help could we get a third accent into this game.
I would try to dip into my Irish, but I can't do that reliably when I'm laughing.
The other spell. It's a sleep storm.
Yeah, that's what my Mage Armor looks like, the sleep storm.
It's a,
Just a bunch of Z's like swirling around your
Odilla's nodding off.
chest. Oh my god.
Somewhere Gordo's like, oh crap.
Whew, all right, let's go. Just
Um,
I wanted to be ready just in case we, encountered some bandits or anything.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think Odilla will see the new outfit, whatever his armor is, and just think to herself, he didn't get that fast enough. Good thing he had a change of clothes.
You get back on your horse, you look, somehow in the 10 minutes and 6 seconds, Sabachthani has also completely changed clothes.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed it happened, it just did.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes 10 minutes to put on heavy armor, so I imagine her completely changing would take less than that.
Yeah.
All right, so
Is that horse always brown?
Yes.
So we continue to our inn.
Please.
Yes. To the inn.
And you travel along, and you are enjoying it's a brisk ride because you're not exactly lollygagging, but you are not accosted along the way. And as evening falls, you start to see a light up ahead where there is another inn.
I wonder if this one has a food challenge.
So
Maybe
seeing
what
like,
if it's a drinking challenge?
oh god, that's dangerous. So
Usually-
Odilla would suggest that we stop at this inn, like seeing where the sun is and being familiar with this path. She will
Right.
suggest that we stop at this one.
Yeah. Usually it's the food at the inn that is the challenge. Woo, yeah.
Oh shoot, my chorizo. Oh, I forgot to eat it.
I feel chorizo would keep if it's already cooked.
Okay.
We're
Put it back in
we're
pocket.
about to have another meal, son.
True. I haven't eaten today. Wow. Yeah, let's go get some food.
You have no idea how tempted I am to make you do a constitution check.
Oh my gosh.
Woo, yeah, passes out.
If he does, can I give him the help action? Because since he's on my horse, I've just been like bracing it. Like, I don't want to say anything. I'm just like, all right, something's up with this kid, but I cannot afford to lose ground. We're just gonna go.
You know what? Heck
No.
with it. Yes, you can give him the help action. Oh, yeah, give me a constitution check at advantage, please.
Constitution check. I don't get any
No.
pluses. 21.
You're good. Your stomach definitely growls loudly enough that your entire party hears it, as you are reminded that you haven't eaten anything today and probably haven't stopped to have much of a drink of water.
Yeah, wow. Let's go get some stuff.
Every D&D character is dehydrated.
It's true. It's one of the things that frustrates me. Anyway,
What is this inn called?
this inn is called the Dancing Badger. And
Sorry, I was gonna say, as you look over at Dewey, who's got his water skin, it's like, so good. Just pours it over. It's like,
Lester's doing the
waste
same thing with a
water?
brandy, with a martini snifter. Oh, so good.
God.
Sabachthani just
Yeah.
kind of looks at
Water.
everybody else and then looks at me and goes, do you want a beverage or can you last for the last 6.5 minutes until we get to the end?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, but
Great,
I
wonderful.
don't get why they're
Yeah.
wasting water.
Yeah, this has an olive in it. It counts as a drink and a meal.
Oh wow. That's adulthood for you.
Sort of a side
Mm.
salad.
I would say Odilla has also like rushed her horse to go a little faster so we could just get to this damn inn.
The Dancing Badger, that sounds incredibly twee. I hope it's not as much as the sign makes it sound like. All
What
They're
right.
if
gonna
it's
be
an actual
doilies. You
dancing
know how I
badger?
feel about doilies.
It is a roadside inn. I don't think they would Dane so low as doilies. Can you imagine the laundry bill for something like that?
When you say twee, I think doilies.
That's twill, sweetheart.
Oh, of course.
There's a place to sleep, so let's tie up these horses and get inside.
I hope there's a badger in there dancing.
As you arrive, you see that the shingle hanging over the door is a dancing badger etched in very nicely made sign. Well painted. The badger is appropriate badger colors, surrounded by a yellow field, and it is a it yes. It is a very
Boy, oh boy.
look. I was asked on the drop of a hat to come up with a name, and I went, oh.
You didn't even hesitate until now, so I'm rolling with it.
I don't know the reference, so
It's okay.
Don't worry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we're going to ruin the reference in about 30 seconds, so it doesn't matter.
You're not wrong. As you all arrive, you can hear music playing from inside, and there's warm light coming out, and you are met by a stable boy who comes running out from the side stable. It's like, hi, visitors, welcome.
Son,
Oh no, this place is going to be expensive, isn't it?
is there or is there not an actual dancing badger in that room? It's very important. This will decide whether we stay here or not.
Oh, well, there was. He passed away about a year ago.
Wooyah.
Hmm?
Can you bring the badger back?
Not right now. Maybe in
We're going to need lodging for 3 horses. We're going to need 4 rooms if you have them available, and meals all the way around.
Well, the barkeep will handle your meals and your rooms, but I think it should be fine.
Wonderful.
I'll take the horses.
So that's
Thank
a no on the badger, then that's what I'm hearing.
Well, the badger that the inn was named for passed away, but we carry on the spirit of the badger.
Odila has already walked into the inn.
Spirit of
what-
the badger. What's
the hashtag? It's been a month. I don't remember how the hashtag goes.
Laura ain't got no time for this shit.
That hashtag.
I was like, which one? I don't know.
So as people, Dewey's gonna be like, oh man, and he kind of like all he has is gold and copper.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be like counting out copper for the stable hand, and he's like, it's like this stack. It's like, sorry, all I got is copper. But here's 10 copper.
You should convert that all to electrum.
That's totally fine. Thank you so much. And he takes your horses into the stable, chattering very happily to them as he goes.
Excellent. Oh, okay, good.
I'm just saying, if you say there's a dancing badger,
They didn't say there was a dancing badger.
the inn
Angel.
is called the Dancing Badger.
Yeah, we don't know how old this inn is. I was named after a family member who's been dead for at least 7,000 years.
Yeah, but
Look, we could be staying at the murderous child, so let's just
Well,
Is that
count our
apparently
blessings and move
we
on.
wouldn't have to worry about there being a murderous child there. There is no truth in advertising.
Yes, but there might be a murderous child here.
Oh,
And
Dilla,
Dewey,
let's go
Dewey
get some
looks at
dinner.
Booyah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while all the chatter has gone on, Odila has reserved the rooms and gotten us all set up so that by the time they actually enter the inn, she's just throwing the keys to people.
So the common room of the inn is it is pretty much the entire lower floor. It is large. It is there's a wood floor and beams across it. It is like the archetypical view of the comfortable medieval tavern. Like if you've gone to a tavern in Dragon Age, you've been to this tavern.
There's that one guy laughing that is in every Dragon Age tavern. Ah!
Yep, because someone did not mix that sound well. But it is immediately a comforting, homey sort of place. You can smell stew, and you can smell stew cooking, and there is the scent of fresh bread that just permeates the place.
Maybe they
And
stuffed the badger.
and Odila throws keys at each of you.
What kind of music's playing?
There is a gnome standing on a stage over in the corner with a elf sitting behind him at a makeshift drum. He's playing the violin. The elf is keeping time with him. It shouldn't work, but it does.
Oh.
Do we have some music playing on our stream right now?
I don't control that.
We do now.
We did.
Tavern music.
Yes.
I don't know. And I don't
Even though
know
we
that-
don't get to hear it, actually.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Cannot tell
Unfortunately.
you.
Good.
It is called QNC Orchestral Combat Full. So this is where it's apparently
All right,
combat.
we have to fight. All right, we have to attack
Nope.
somebody.
Unmotivated combat. I smack a person with a bottle.
But now-
It's like Star Trek. The music started. We got to fight.
But now I've met the person who makes the music. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You met?
So Odila, as soon as she kind of passed out the keys, she would head to the room, drop her stuff off, make maybe like a quick brush off of the roads, the like dirt from the road, and we'll go back down to the main room for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I am already annoying the bartender with just like, so there was a badger.
There was indeed, and unfortunately, he passed away, and we miss him terribly. But I mean, you can't just replace the badger. That would just be a travesty.
What? It,
Hands up. What was his name?
Her name was Helga.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Helga. Cool. Oh, Helga.
Yes.
Dewey, would you be so kind as to help me take my luggage and Lester's up to the rooms?
you see? Did you see his bird? You could do that.
Well, we don't really deal with undeath in here. No offense, young man, of course, but we don't much cotton to it in here. So our dear Helga has passed on, and we will carry her memory onwards.
Maybe call in the once dancing, the former dancing badger.
This, how many drinks will it take for you to cease talking about this badger?
Oh, I think by midnight I'll be properly lubricated.
I want to get more lubricated too.
Please never say that again.
The one behind the bar kind of looks at you a little head tilt.
I mean, I can have a beer.
How old are you?
Sabachthani in the corner, like, nope. points at Dewey, points at Ouya from behind, like, no.
Meanwhile, Les is buying him an ale.
Yeah, that
And,
tracks.
No, Odila takes it before Dewey can get it, pours half of it out and waters it down. So he gets a watered down beer. He can have that.
Really?
It actually tastes better that way. I don't drink beer.
As long as it's not an India Pale Ale, because those are awful. All right. So,
Are those the
You
ones
need
they
to-
import from Chult?
I think the craft brews all come from the Red Wizards of Thay.
Oh, hate them.
Oh yeah, they're north. Hey, okay, so I heard like there's this one mystical place called Canada, and you wanna know what they call
girlfriend's from Canada.
Dewey, you have a girlfriend? You just now thinking to mention that?
Well, I mean, we just use sending to talk to each other.
Oh,
Whoa.
that seems
25
terribly
words is the best way to
inefficient.
do it.
but anyway, in Canada, do you know what they say is you
Go
wanna know
on.
what they call a terrible beer?
Oh no.
What is that? Booyah.
What do they call terrible beer in Canada? Woo yeah.
Oh, you know a setup when you
IPA?
see one.
I do. Have you met my younger brother? Anyway,
I think we missed it.
I didn't
we
hear the
missed it, Dave.
punchline. Woo,
I
yeah.
heard
No,
it.
I did.
But Odila's on her third beer by now, by the way.
Okay. So, what do they call a terrible beer in Canada?
What?
IPA.
There it is.
Maybe observational humor is more your thing.
I don't know. What
Can I take one of your inspirations away for that?
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait a minute,
They
we
would
have
like to
surgical
go
strike.
order some very strong liquor, whatever the strongest thing they have is.
Oh goodness. So for those of you who have been drinking the beers, this is what a beer should be. Even watered down, this is like the ideal beer that you could possibly want. It is refreshing, it has a wonderful flavor to it, and it is just the right temperature.
Nice.
And what kind of hard alcohol are you looking for, Sabachthani?
The highest ABV that is available in this tavern.
And
Have you seen my traveling companions?
The bartender looks at you and gets a sly little twinkle to her eye. I think I've got something for you. And she disappears into the back for a second and comes back out carrying a bottle that has a little bit of dust on it.
And also it's a warning label, keep away from open flames.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. And she pours you a taster first and pushes it across the bar to you. It's not to everyone's taste.
Right. I'm more concerned about the price tag than the taste.
She looks at you. She looks at your party. It's on the house, hon.
Thank you kindly.
Sabachthani always flirting her way to the top.
This is more of a sympathy thing.
Fair.
Yeah, she'll kind of shoot the taster, not even really tasting it, and then reach for like the full, like double pour or whatever. Also, when you get a chance, we'll take 5 or possibly 6 dinners. I'm not sure how hungry the children are.
Certainly. And when you do that shooter, this wonderful herbal feeling just sort of blossoms through your face and down your throat.
D&D GMs just don't poison players enough. Like, nobody in one of my games drinks anything. If I offer them a drink, there's no way they're drinking it.
Mostly because when we do, we end up stabbing people with knitting needles.
I mean, also, what makes you think I'm not immune to anything she's gonna hand me?
We are second level.
I'm from hell.
Fair point. It's a fair point.
We're gonna have dinner. And then I know I'm at least gonna go to bed because I want to get up in the morning and get to Baldur's Gate because I don't know about the rest of you, I have an appointment to keep.
Before you disappear, the bartender does say, just so you know, baths also come with the rooms.
Oh.
Is that individualized or communal?
Individualized.
Wait. Bags come with the room?
Like a to-go bed? Like a...
You may not be familiar, Dewey, but a bath is when you submerge your body in water.
Do you have bath bombs? I know it's a stretch.
Funny
But
enough.
I put on my mage armor and I don't want to get it all rusty or anything, so...
Is it Rusty your fox?
Yeah, yes. Oh my god, I don't know where he is.
Gosh.
Cut to the stable with the horses.
All of a sudden, Rusty shows up like, oh my god, I lost you. And Rusty's like wild-eyed, like, I've been stuck somewhere.
I mean, all you have to do is just miss him as an action and then call him back.
Oh,
Good golly.
he's getting rusty.
Thomas
He's
is
getting
doing.
rusty.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
He really was getting rusty. Oh.
Baby.
sorry, Rusty.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You want some beer? Have some beer.
Oh dear. Animal cruelty.
But yes, there are bath bombs.
Wonderful. Please send several up to indicating Odila her room, and I'll take a few myself.
Quite certainly, dear.
Thank you.
I'll take one.
All right, if you want to enjoy the wonders of a bath bomb, certainly.
Sure.
All right.
Is it lavender?
Oh goodness, no, lavender's entirely too strong.
Oh, what is it?
It's kind of an amber.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever heard of Amber Dune Bookstall?
Why does that ring a bell?
Well, because you just said Amber.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. I think I met the woman who used to run that.
Oh, what was her name?
I think of it at the moment. It's been a few years. I heard she passed away, unfortunately.
Oh,
Nice lady, though. Really kind.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Did you get a book from there?
Sorry, I had to mute to clear my throat. Well, I didn't personally, not my type of books, but I did stop by there every once in a while when I was in Baldur's Gate, and interesting people. Very nice people, but interesting.
Interesting, nice people. That's what a lot of people are, apparently.
Well, interesting is an excellent descriptor for things you don't want to go into more detail about.
Very true.
Well,
Okay.
that seems weird. That's if you find something interesting, you think that you would want to talk about it a lot. Like, I mean, for instance,
A dancing badger.
okay.
Is anyone dancing on the floor right now?
Not at the moment, but the gnome could be persuaded to do a dance tune if you wished.
I'll shuffle on over there. So we're waiting for our food right now, and before we get food in our stomach, which would be really bad if we had food in our stomach and we started dancing and we vomited everywhere, that'd be really bad. But yeah, if you slide over a gold, could you play like a jaunty little tune?
I think I got you, buddy. And
Thank you.
and the gnome like taps his foot a couple of times to set the beat for the elf keeping time, and then launches into a reel.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
Ballad of the Dancing Badger.
Ballads are not reels.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the
The
opposite
ballads
direction.
are very real.
Wuya's gonna go over to Odila and be like, "You want to dance?"
Odila is working on her ale and says, Wuya, I have become a master of what is called the seat dance, so I'm going to just enjoy this rhythm from here. She is actually kind of bouncing in her seat, but shows no intention of getting up to actually stand up to dance.
Are you one of those people who say they can't dance, but they can really dance?
I guess
Well,
you'll
she
have
can
to
dance if she
wait
wants
and
to.
see.
You can leave your friends behind.
If you live long enough, Wuya, you might find out one day.
Oh, okay. Hey, Les, you want to dance?
I never say no to a good dance.
Yeah, let's go! And I will
All right.
grab him by the hands and take him to whatever floor space we have.
Yeah, there's a good sized area that is kept clear specifically for dancing if people are so inclined.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know much dancing, but I like dancing.
Ooh, 19 on a dex roll. The trick, you see, is to keep your upper body entirely still and have all the movement in your lower body,
Oh,
and to
And
move
then-
your feet very rapidly.
okay.
And ideally, you've attached metal slats to your shoes.
Uh-huh.
Or, if you're in my case, you have specific dancing shoes that have the metal slats in them,
Wow.
which I
Hey.
put on hoping there would be a badger for me to dance with, as opposed to an 8-year-old boy.
And
I
this
mean,
is how
Bobby
Les turns
Badger-
into Billy Flynn.
I was just thinking that.
Unless we'll start tap dancing.
Setting up for the musical episode.
We know it's going to happen. The question is when. Join our Patreon, find out first.
Razzle dazzle them.
Eldritch Blast.
There it is. Wuya, can you give me either a dex or a performance check, your preference?
Okay, here we go.
Oh man, I should have done
okay.
performance. It's even better.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
surprised you didn't.
15.
All right. I mean, you're not at his level with the tap dancing, but you are cutting a fine rug across this floor.
Tomorrow we're attaching some metal to your shoes.
Okay. And it's more of like an eclectic dance, you know, the one that just like kind of feels the music and just goes whipping around. He's just like, yeah.
That's adorable. So yes, Wuya and Les have a lovely time dancing. Dewey, are you back down?
Mm-hmm.
The room. So as you're coming down and looking around, it's interesting because there is magic in this room and quite a bit of it, but none of it is like the bright, shining magic that you associate with places like Candlekeep. This has. It's more like little charms set in various places around the room. You see one that looks like a charm for improving flavor, for example, or a little bit of a warmth charm here and there to keep the room at an even temperature throughout. It is an excellent show of what can be done with small magics.
Cool. Any unsavory looking people with magic items on them?
Nope. Everyone looks like they are cheerful, happy people that are here enjoying a drink before going back to their farm if they're a farmhand, or before going up to their rooms.
All right, this is just it's too suspicious. I'm just gonna get out of here. I'll see you guys in the morning.
You weren't
Okay.
suspicious of the Twilight Inn.
No, this one. There's something about this place.
Cool. All right. Odila and Sabachthani, is there anything in particular you would like to do before retiring for the evening?
I mean, Odila is enjoying the ambiance, so unlike usual, she will kind of savor her dinner, savor her drinks, but will eventually go up and enjoy the free bath that is included in our rooms.
And this bath is not like one that you've really seen before. This one has running water.
Oh, as opposed to us having to like
As
take
opposed
buckets.
to having
The
to
buckets, yeah.
having to do the bucket method, this has running water.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we don't have to worry about the order of the baths. You never want to
Right.
be the last bather.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So you enjoy a bath of an excellent temperature and a warmly musky amber bath bomb that is very designed to like calm the senses.
And even though she had a few ales down in the main room, she grabbed a glass of wine to go with, with her
I
bath.
mean, of course.
Yeah.
How could you have a hot bath without a glass of wine? That's
Exactly.
just an abomination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you've got the moves of a young Margot Tenney,
Who's that?
a pioneer of modern dance.
Oh, cool.
Although it's been so long that I'm not sure it's modern anymore.
Margot Tenney.
I mean, that's a little more Twyla thought.
Oh, okay. I've heard of them. They
Good.
they tend to be a bit more eclectic, but understood. I'm hungry.
Well, your food is at the table, young man.
Like just starts to eat and then lays the sausage out for Iris to start nibbling on and goes straight on through.
Yep. And the evening passes without incident. It is a warm and friendly environment and very much designed to put travelers at their ease and give them a good night's rest before going into Baldur's Gate or before getting out of Baldur's Gate and getting the hell anywhere else.
I'm gonna go to this barn and make sure Dewey's all right.
Is Dewey still out there?
He said, "Did you like go to your room, or where did you go?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I just went up
sorry,
to
I
bed.
thought you left the inn.
No.
Well, I'm just gonna. Yeah, lovely night.
All right. And all of you take a long rest. And you sleep deeply, you sleep well. And Dewey, if you're looking around your room with your magical sight, you can see some of those very similar types of charms that is very much designed to encourage a good night's rest. It's not like a sleep spell or anything like that. It is the sort of thing to help encourage a good night's sleep. If you get your nose very close to it, it smells like lavender.
Somehow sneak that onto Gordo. Just like always like put it like behind his head so when he turns, it's like back here. Just can never find it.
I mean, all you have to do is put it on the back cork of a cork hat.
Yep.
All right, so all of you sleep very, very well. There are no troublesome dreams that break through, and you wake feeling more refreshed than you have in, well, for some of you at least, a very long time. For others, it feels like you did when you woke up at the other inn. And all of you get a +1 going forward to skill checks.
The only thing that could have made this better was a dancing badger.
There it is.
Well, we will have to keep an eye out for any other inns that we may pass that have peculiar oddities such as trained animals or other unique elements of the world as their
Signs like that
flagpost.
are why I have trust issues.
That's why you have trust issues.
I was led to believe there was a dancing badger here. Come to find the lack of any sort of dancing mammal. Although Wuya was close. Kid's got some moves, I've got to say.
He does seem rather vibrant in his dancing.
Yes,
Good to
yes.
know. Shall we get
Let
on
us away,
with
my
the,
love. Let us away.
morning? We'll go down and get a shot of whatever the heck that liquor was in my coffee for the road.
And
We've got the horses ready to go.
and the horses are indeed ready. And the bartender passes you. It's not even a flask; it's slightly smaller than a flask, with a little wink. And if you open and sniff it, it is this very herbal kind of green drink.
Yeah, just nods and thank you. You have a lovely establishment. I have a horrifying suspicion we'll be back at some point.
Well, I will look forward to seeing you and your friends here again.
Thank
seem
you.
a lovely group.
Maybe we could donate a badger.
Darling, if you want to spend your time in Baldur's Gate looking for another dancing badger, be my guest. But I do have an appointment with my lister that I do need to make, so we should get on the road.
Did you say your cousin's name is Mylissa?
Marlista.
Oh, I thought it was like Mylissa, like some hippie, like naming their child just enough.
Sadly,
of
no.
Melissa.
She's
I
not
mean-
your Lissa. She's not our Lissa. She's my Lissa.
Oh, I mean, there's certainly a branch of the family that has the Hell's equivalent of the like Mormon made up names, and there's like 12 of them, but this is not from that branch.
Okay, of course.
Before I go, could I get another one of the bath bombs? They were really relaxing.
Certainly, young one. And the woman disappears into the back room, comes out a moment later with a couple of them,
Oh, two, thank you.
puts them down in front of you.
And the housekeeper is grumbling, like, we're not supposed to give out free ones.
Thank you. Puts in his little bag and takes off.
Your bird has never smelled so good.
Oh, Lister, I know you were like not super happy about like a dancing badger, but Iris, show him what you were working on last night, and a very average dance plays out on my head.
Well, you
Well,
know,
did Iris sleep well? Does Iris get a +1? Let's go.
Does Iris sleep?
Iris does not sleep.
I don't believe she does.
Yeah.
You know, it's not bad. It's derivative, but it's not bad.
We'll get there. But yeah.
Yeah, I think, I think you've got something there. That bird can cut a rug.
Mm,
And like,
and my fingers. These are
Wuya,
bones.
are you coming, or shall I just head off on my own? You can follow
I'm
on
coming.
foot. Thank you. Up.
Stupid short arms. Okay, let's
You will
go.
grow into them eventually, I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
And again, it is a beautiful day on the road, although there are definitely starting to be a lot more people, and you're definitely starting to see the outskirts of Baldur's Gate. This is the majority of Baldur's Gate is within the gates, is within the walls itself. But the sprawling farmlands and industrial things go quite a bit further out. So you're starting to run through those as you are trotting along the road, probably at a pace that is uncomfortable for some people. Yeah, that.
We see soccer moms and mini carts.
Or is it all just like real shady looking dudes with carts that are way too covered?
So there's a weird combination of people who are like clearly craftspeople of some variety and farmers. And then there's the people where it's like, I don't want to meet that person in a dark alley ever.
Standard.
Pretty much. And it's definitely an interesting sort of place. But you are approaching Baldur's Gate as the day draws on, and you arrive in Baldur's Gate in the early evening. You are coming through the basilisks. I can't pronounce that word. Basilisk? That.
Yeah.
The Basilisk Gate.
And
Don't
made
say
our
it
way
that
over the
in.
bridge without incident. Excellent.
Yeah, there was nothing going on with the bridge. You were left pretty well alone.
This is a cool bridge, though. Like,
God,
It's a
houses and
shame if
stuff.
something ever happened to it.
what?
You can tell who's
Sorry,
playing.
did I say something?
Odila sighs and like desperately looks for some wood to knock on, and with not seeing it, she grabs for her necklace and starts rubbing the pendants she has on there.
All right.
I hate this town.
Well, then hopefully we'll be in and out quickly.
You
I heard
are
they have one of those here.
you are stopped by guards at the Basilisk Gate. Boy, that's going to be a hard one to say. Who ask you your business.
We're looking for an Amber Dune bookstall.
Just doing a little shopping.
Ah, well, if you're here to go up to the Wide, it's closed for the night right now, but it'll be open in the morning.
Oh.
Perfect. Your recommendation for lodgings, or shall we fend for ourselves?
The Elf Song Tavern isn't too far from here. It's a decent place to stay.
Does it take horses?
Of course they take horses.
Okay.
Decent like tolerable, or decent like the food's edible and the beds are soft enough to actually sleep on?
I mean, it's decent for the lower city, ma'am.
Fair enough, thank you.
Is there actually an elf singing there?
Well, funny story about the Elf Song Tavern. There's a spirit that lives there, apparently, and every once in a while, very rarely, she sings.
Well, we have to stay there now.
Les likes the idea that potentially he'll get an audience at night.
I have never said no when a mystery woman enters my room in the late hours of the evening.
That is true, and I can verify. It is one of life's great delights.
And one should not poo-poo it simply because they may or may not be spirits.
Hey, Mr. Moreover, have you ever stayed at the Hairy Bear?
I think that was one of your cousins, my love.
I'm certain it probably was. Or if it wasn't before, it is now.
Oh.
Sounds redundant, the hairy bear.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it was a very specific reference at the
Yeah,
time.
and trust me, in a party full of otters, we don't want to go anywhere near hairy bears.
It's accurate. Onward, shall we? To the elf song?
Oh, Adila, I know it's been like an hour since we crossed the bridge, but I found a tinderbox in case you want to knock on it.
Thank you, Dewey. She hadn't realized that she had been so obvious and like trying to, or like knocking on wood. So she kind of a little embarrassingly just takes it and stashes it away to like always have some wood on her. Ooh.
And riding a horse with a 16-year-old will do for you.
Oh, God. Hey.
I'm so glad I ended up on the horse with Wuya. It's been way less drama.
Weirdling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dewey, was this a permanent gift or a
No, it's yours. It's yours to keep.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
yours to keep. He takes out his little notes and be like, "Buy Tinderbox."
So you make your way through the lower city of Baldur's Gate, and as Les has implied multiple times, this is a shithole. The road from the gate through to the port is pretty decent. It's a decent width. There's not too much horse shit on it. You know, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen. But if you're looking down like little side streets and whatnot, there are ramshackle buildings. There is, alleys that you don't want to step into. You swear that you see someone conducting some sort of illicit deal off in the corner, and you don't want to ask too many questions about that. The lower city is definitely a pretty continuous den of iniquity. The upper city is as well. It's just better at hiding it.
Just like home.
We make our way to the Elf Song.
And as you arrive at the Elf Song Tavern, we're going to take a break for about 10 minutes or so, because I need to go get something.
Oh, right. The dead bird. Here comes the dead bird.
So yes, we are going to take a quick break for as long as it takes 6 people to use 6 bathrooms. Thomas
Tiana's running outside with a slingshot.
Look, the ravens outside are really effing loud, okay? Thomas, do you have the giveaway set up?
I do, in fact, have the giveaway set up.
All right, well then, this is your cue, friends, to enter #chaos in the chat in order to be entered to win a Nord Games deck of your choice in honor of the Book of Inspiration being triggered, partially because so many of you gave so much on Saturday. We deeply appreciate it. We even couldn't run through all of the bits. So we appreciate it, and we're giving back to the community. Enter #chaos in the chat to win, and stick with us. We'll be back soon.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone.
Thomas definitely trying to figure out if he could hit that go button while we were still talking.
No, because
save it for the after dark.
He warned us first. He wouldn't have done that if he was just going to do go. Hi, everyone. I assume we're actually back, Thomas, and he wasn't just messing with me.
Yeah.
Yes, we are actually back. And I think we should roll a giveaway.
Last chance. #chaos.
Yeah, okay, now I have to wait 20 seconds for the internet to come back around.
17,
Watch the electric train go around.
That's not how that works.
13, 12, 11, 10,
Did we
9,
accidentally block Nightbot? Because that would explain a
7,
lot.
6, 5,
Now you're just
4,
showing off.
3, 2, 1. Who won?
The 2 and the 1 are
No,
supposed to be silent.
0 Mega Mercy 12.
Congratulations, Omega Mercy.
No, it says 0 Mega Mercy 12.
I know who this is. Congratulations. Now
Zero
you
Mega Mercy.
now you can start building up your D&D collection to go with that incipient Delta Green collection you've got going.
Oh no. Do we finally have someone who's giving Bomb Clancy a run for their money?
I think this is the first time that we've seen her.
Okay.
In the winner
Just, I was worried for a second there.
There's only one Reign of Terror.
It's true.
It's very
It's a movie
true.
with Christian Bale and dragons.
No, that's Reign of Fire.
Oh shit! Dang it!
No, the Reign of Terror was Robespierre. Calm
right.
down.
There's a great Cthulhu module based in the
Yeah, there
called Reign of
is.
Terror.
Well, sorry, are you done?
I mean, we can talk more about
Yeah,
our historical Call of Cthulhu modules that we want to run or have run, if you'd like. But
Nope.
we'd also like to get to Baldur's Gate. Now
You're
that
in
we're
Baldur's
here.
Gate.
Oh, there.
Great, perfect.
We'd like to get to the wide.
When it's open.
Yes, when it's
Specific
open.
here.
Before we
Bring
get
us
there, though,
plot. We demand plot.
who are you and what have you done with Ezra?
I don't know. That's what they sound like.
Yeah, fair enough. Before we get there, though, mentioning members of our amazing community, so one of our members of the community was watching the episode, as many do, where Wuya's raven, Iris, was having a very difficult time being stealthy because bone talons have a very difficult time being stealthy. And this person is in fact a wizard of fiber arts and various other things.
Oh, wow.
Shouldn't they be black?
No, they have to be a cheerful red.
Well, it's
Those-
so fun.
Socks.
These are
That's
called
amazing.
herb socks.
Herb socks. Nice.
Oh, that's
Oh
amazing.
my god.
They're reflavored boots of elven kind. Tip of the cap to you, Danielle Lenoir. You are fantastic, and this definitely made my day. I can't decide what to do with them. Do I give them to James? Do we do a giveaway? What do we do with these things? Tell us what we should do.
Give 'em to
Booyah
James.
needs to wear them.
We all can't wear them.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe it's
Iris.
like antlers. They could be like Dealey Boppers.
Sorry. Iris needs to wear them. Yeah.
I like how they're keychains, like rabbit's feet.
Yeah, it's a keychain.
It's
Also a
amazing.
Christmas ornament.
Mm-hmm.
There's that. Yes. So yes, this is now a thing that exists in this world.
Perhaps
Sucks.
we will go by the skeletal bird sock stall in the wine.
I considered saving it until you guys actually got to the wine to see if you found something like that, but honestly, I couldn't wait. I'm impatient like that.
They're beautiful.
I imagine it's like, Fisherman's Wharf where there's like very specific stores just for the one thing.
Yeah,
Well, I
like
thought
the
you meant it's like
left-handed
Fisherman's
store.
Wharf where they're all ripoffs.
I mean,
Well, there's that.
no.
Decent food though.
I'm just impressed that we invented Raven Toe.
Oh, I almost lost a dark and stormy on the nose. That was mean. All right.
So the Elven Song Tavern.
Yes, you all arrive at the Elf Song Tavern, which is one of the nicer buildings in this area. It is a well-built stone and wood building. So the bottom floor is made out of stone, and then as they built up, it went into wood. And as you walk in, I mean, it's not the nicest inn you've ever seen. By far and away, the Dancing Badger was that, or the Twilight Inn, depending on how your preferences go. But it is a serviceable inn. You walk in, and there's several empty tables. There's a fire in the fireplace, and a fairly disinterested bartender glances up as you come in, washing mugs because they are always and forever washing glasses, and kind of like. Welcome to the Elf Song Tavern.
4 rooms, 5 dinners.
On the way.
Thank you.
And I think it's 5 silver. So yeah, two gold total.
Great.
I'll pay for the room.
Thank you, Angel.
And reaches back onto a like key rack, pulls off 4 keys, puts them on the counter, continues washing the cup. Dinner will be ready in about 20 minutes or so.
And now, when does the ghost appear?
You're looking for the singer. She doesn't show up hardly at all. But when she does, it's magic.
Well, I'm very, very interested to hear it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if she turns up.
Has anyone conducted a seance?
No, she makes her wishes pretty well known.
Lester, maybe you could be like, hey, can you sing for me? Ooh. And light some incense and do the thing.
Has the boy been at our door?
The boy, as far as I can tell, has been eavesdropping every night since we have met him.
I mean, it's not really eavesdropping when you're that loud.
I'm sorry, it doesn't work unless you're at full volume.
Okay.
It has both verbal, somatic, and material components.
Thank you, Angel.
Understood. Wow. The ways of magic are vast.
The education we could give you, boy.
No, Not until you're of age.
And how old is that? Is that Dewey's age? Can Dewey learn? Can Dewey learn?
No. I am over 300 years old. It is going to be a bit of time before either of you are prepared to learn the kind of magic I have access to. In the meantime, Dewey, perhaps you could help me take our bags upstairs?
Why? No. We're traveling companions. That's what hired help is for.
Oh, well, I mean, I could pay somebody else to do it. I was going to pay you. You seemed inclined for that sort of thing, but I can find valet.
Who cast regeneration on his spine?
Oh. Yeah, Dewey, you've had a suspicious amount of unused spell slots during this journey.
And tacos.
I'm impressed that Sabachthani was the one that Dewey decided to finally talk back to. So good job.
I don't know who took your bags up in the last place, but it wasn't me.
I did.
Yeah.
I am happy to help you, my love.
Oh, truly, don't worry, Angel. And Sabachthani will just grab her trunk and drag it upstairs, but kind of like give everybody a scan of like, I'm not forgetting this moment.
You know, we gotta have an easier time of carrying that trunk up there.
No. I'm not a delicate flower. I am, in fact, capable of taking care of myself.
No, I'm a delicate flower.
Did you know Iris is named after a flower? She's not named after the eye thing.
Oh, I
named
thought
after
that was
a
because you could see through Iris's eyes.
Whoa. That's true. That's fun.
I can see through because she doesn't really have eyes.
No, but she can see you.
Well, as thrilling as this conversation is, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to see the sights of this fair town.
You want a traveling companion?
No, that's all right, son.
Are you sure? You
Quite.
said it was a shithole, and we saw some real shady dealers. I think they were dealing some spice in one of those alleys.
It's possible.
And you were dressed like someone they're going to take all your money from.
I have no fear of that happening, son. Don't worry. You have a good night now.
Okay. Odila! We should totally follow him.
Odila, she's already put her bags up and she looks around. She just shrugs and says, okay, like kind of nods, like, okay.
Cool. Dewey, do you want to join?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna wait till Lester has left and then
Rats.
begin to
Sorry, I'm bad at tech. I have to type something.
going to stealthily as much as possible follow behind.
Okay. Give me a so how long do you wait after he leaves?
I mean, I will give it like till he leaves, and then once he's out of the door, I will like look and see which general direction he's going, and then very like Mission Impossible, I'll be like, Dewey.
Okay. This area of Baldur's Gate is pretty busy at night, and you look out the window as a few seconds after the door closes, and you're looking around. You don't see him anywhere.
Do I not see his pompadour and or very flashy clothing?
Nope, you do not.
Do we
Oh.
see anyone who looks like Wuya?
That's player knowledge.
Is it though?
I know, joking.
Is there anything because that is suspicious that like immediately he's like, oh, and I know he uses magic, so is there anything as we're looking out catch my eye?
What are you looking for specifically?
Noting that I don't see less, is there how do I not meta this? I guess is just like looking around, does anything catch my eye of being like, wait, where did he go? Like, did he like jump high? Did he transform into something that just like catches the eye of like.
Okay, give me a perception check, please.
true. I guess I
also
haven't done that in front of you guys.
Well, I do know. So yeah, meta wise, I'm like thinking is like you do cast magic. So I'm just like trying to think of like without having to meta it. Like, is
Although
there anything?
really, I've only ever cast Eldritch Blast.
It's true.
Eldritch Blast.
Because
13.
okay, you are looking around and it all looks pretty normal in as much as, you know, a city street ever looks normal. There's, you know, there's people walking by. There's a couple ladies of the night leaning against a corner nearby. There's, you know, there is life happening in this area, but you don't see anything that looks weird.
Gonna go up to one of the ladies of the night. Excuse me, did someone with an accent that was like yuck, hello, pass by here?
And one of them looks down and he's like, well, sugar, I'm afraid that we haven't really had much in the way of people talking to us tonight.
Oh, well, he would be a very dapper gentleman, pompadour, has, oh gosh, I think he was minx fur suit or something, sable fur suit or something.
Dapper fella down here, he's gonna get his breakfast eaten.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope not, because, you know, he's someone who could afford a lot of breakfast, if you know.
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean.
I think breakfast was a euphemism.
Okay. I think he could still afford a lot of other breakfast. Like,
Odila is going to
Breakfast of
squint.
the night, if you will.
Odila is going to squint into the crowd, kind of clear her throat, and in a voice you didn't expect her to say, "Oi, happy hour, 2-for-1 mint juleps." And then she's gonna see if she's gonna scan the crowd to see if anyone like even turns around for like a split second. And that's it.
I'm making a wisdom saving throw.
roll me a persuasion check, Laura.
Can this be around the time that I come downstairs, notice that none of my party is still here, sigh deeply, and kind of just pop out the door and do a scan? Do I spot any of my party?
Sure, they're all out there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You step out just as Odila is yelling mint julep special.
Wait, you know what?
Cool.
Since
That's
we're not doing much, I'm gonna use luck to reroll
We've
that.
got inspiration.
Yeah, we've got inspiration.
You know, I
Oh.
have so much luck.
You do have a lot of luck.
Yeah, that didn't really help.
All that much.
I
But
will
I got
say I
a
will
12.
I will put forth a D6. for
Okay. Yeah. Nice. I'll second that, I guess, for myself.
There you go.
So 14 total.
Okay, you get a few people like looking over to see what the shouting's about and try to figure it out. Ezra, what'd you get on that wisdom save?
A not natural 20.
30-20.
A dirty 20. All right. So yeah, there's a few people who turn and look in your direction, but they all look like they belong here, and they're people who know this
Mhm.
area and are like, yeah, right. And keep going.
Most of them are like, what's a mint julep?
Yeah. Odila will.
a little upper class for this area.
Is that made with a grog?
And in a last ditch effort, she'll follow up the best mint juleps with lime and see if that like gets any like shudders from anybody in the crowd.
I mean, everyone that knows what a mint julep is probably shuddered, but that's not the people who are around this area.
Right, exactly. Okay, fair.
One of the girls is like, I know mint julep.
She dances on Tuesday nights.
She wears these really long eyelashes and it starts with a ton of crinoline.
Don't know where the
Miss
lime is
Moreover,
coming
do you
from.
know where your husband just went?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is he gone?
Yeah, he went out the door and then we couldn't find him.
Well, then I imagine he's up to things that he did not want company for. On the other hand, if you all would like to go somewhere together, I do have a destination in mind.
Sure.
Yep.
Wonderful. I am also going to walk up to probably one of the ladies of the night. That seems like the best bet. And just be like, Forgive me for bothering you, sugar. Could you give me directions to the ladies' hall?
One of them gives you a very
You have a 16-year-old and 8-year-old in Odilla with you as you walk up.
I don't. I walked away from that. If they followed me, that's their problem. I just
you get a very appraising look up and down before being like, well, honey, the temple is usually closed this time. What am I saying? It's a gambling hall. They're open. So,
something's got to be open at this time of night.
And she gives you very, very excellent directions. Like, this is clearly a place that she visits. And as she's talking, you can see like sewn into her collar a little charm of Timora.
Yeah. I will take the directions, thank her profusely, give her a little bit of that, like, very do the subtle, like, reach for her hand, sort of hand pat, but palm her a gold.
And she is
trying to keep it subtle.
She has very nimble fingers and is able to make that gold disappear.
Yeah. And then I will turn back to the rest of the group and be like, anybody coming with? And just not wait for a response and head off.
And once again, Odilla shrugs their shoulders in a why not and quickly follows.
Be careful, Dewey. I'm young enough where they won't mess with me, but you're at the age where they'll actually steal your shit.
Oh, good call. I'll be right beside you, and then a little magic, and then disappear.
Okay, cool. Let's go, Iris. Do, 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 do.
And I cast invisibility.
Oh, I gathered.
I hope that's what that was. Otherwise, I'm concerned.
Everyone except Lester, please give me a perception check.
Can I also roll for Iris?
Sure. I should have Iris on my chart.
Iris coming out with the 12. I'm coming out with the 13.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
All right.
And Rusty with the 13.
Odilla got a 17.
22 for Sabachthani.
All right. So between all of you, you're able to navigate the streets of Baldur's Gate without incident. You do see what looks like a very obvious ambush point, and just like take the hook point around it to just be like, we're not dealing with this tonight. And just keep going. And after about 20 minutes or so, you find yourself in front of the Ladies' Luck, or excuse me, the Ladies' Hall, which is so Timora is a goddess of luck. So all churches to her are gambling halls of various types. And this place is hopping. It is a busy establishment, all sorts of different kinds of games going on. A lot of cries to Timora asking for luck to smile upon them. So you step inside. It's a small casino, but it's a casino. There's dice tables, there's card tables, there's a couple of places where people are doing not necessarily luck games, a little more skillful, kind of like Jenga.
There we go.
And just stacking stuff up and betting on how high it'll go before it falls over. It's a simple game. It's definitely the copper game, but it seems entertaining.
Dewey kind of goes over to Odilla. If you put dangerous oil on that, I bet it would be really hard to win that game.
Odilla's still kind of like
invisibly.
Wait, has Dewey cast invisibility around us before?
Yeah.
So she'll like be aware. Like she will not be like when she hears Dewey's voice, she'll be like, okay.
I think he did it to us once in the Mysterious Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Odilla is still kind of scanning the room, taking it all in. So she's not going to make a move first.
I'm gonna find a host or hostess, someone who is not currently too occupied, like running a table or something. Even like if there's like wait staff types who are running drinks around, just the first person I can and just get their attention. And just be like, Go ahead.
Well, you encounter a young man who is in the waitstaff outfit that is in the colors of Timora, and carrying a drink tray. Catches your eye. Yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
I'm terribly sorry to trouble you when you're in the middle of things. Do you happen to know if Marlista is currently present? She and I had an appointment to meet about some, clerical concerns, as it were.
She did mention that someone was coming in today. She's usually in the back room. Let me go check.
Of course, we'll wait right here. Thank you, sugar.
Certainly. And he darts off. He has a very well-balanced tray with about 12 different drinks on it, and you watch him expertly place one at each at different tables. This kid knows what he's doing.
Yep, definitely do the full scan, assess, and log that in the back of my brain of useful.
Fair. So you're a little bit off to the side, so you're not in the middle of things, watching the various games of chance happening around you. And after a few moments, the boy disappears into a back room, and then is gone for, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes or so, and then comes back out. And behind him is your cousin Marlista.
Wonderful.
And she is also a tiefling woman, cleric of Timora, dressed in the appropriate colors. And she scans the room for a second and then sees you, and just the warmest smile crosses her face as she doesn't walk, she glides over to you. And Sabachthani, my dear.
Marlista, it has been far too long. I hope everything's treating you well up here. I know how miserable some of these postings can be up here in the material plane.
They can be a little bit rough, but this is an excellent place to be around all sorts of people. And she gives you the two cheek kiss.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you got my message, of course, about our mysterious book problem.
Yes, and you sounded like you were looking for Amber Dune books, and they're a little book stall. I took the liberty of looking around, well, since you said you were on your way. It's an odd little place. It's a book stall that's off in the corner of the wide. Not terribly flashy or noticeable, but it's always busy.
Curious. You happen to pick up anything about how they get their clientele? I don't imagine being tucked into a corner of the wide is a particularly attractive place to be unless you've got another way of drawing people to your establishment.
Apparently by word of mouth. People hear about them. They have quite the collection. An oddly excellent collection for being a little stall off in the corner.
So we have heard. You know anything about the former or current owners? I got a little wind of something that there was perhaps someone who used to run it who no longer does.
I was able to pick up the name Nidalia, who is apparently the former owner of it, but she's been passed away for some time, unfortunately, violently, from what I understand.
Oh, that is indeed tragic.
Quite. So her companions continue to run it in her absence. They seem to be doing a well enough job, but
Excellent. And you haven't heard any unsavory rumors connected to the place?
Oh, there's always rumors about places.
Well, we're looking into a particular sort of coincidence of some equally unsavory dealings occurring that seem to all be tied back to people carrying books that came from this particular location. So
I'd be fascinated. What has been going on, dear cousin?
Well, perhaps we should talk somewhere a bit more private.
Oh, yes, of course. Come with me. Come. And your companion? I'm terribly sorry.
Forgive me. This is Ms. Adilla Analdi, extraordinary with the stabbing objects, as it were. And these are our companions, Master Dewey and Master Wuya.
And she gives you a very a little half bow, very reserved but polite.
This is the first time that Dewey's ever been invisible around this many people. So he's actually doing a lot of like,
And to be fair, Sabachthani has not even clocked that Dewey's invisible, so she's not even looking at people as she does the introductions. She's just generally like waving her hand in the behind her direction.
And where is this this Master Dewey fellow?
This is Dewey. Points at Iris.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Master Dewey.
Sabachthani just gives Wuya a look and like nods and just turns back like, all right.
And she leads you to a back room. This is definitely more of the. This is where the high stakes poker games happen. So there's velvet everywhere. The chairs are very comfy. At the moment, there's no game going on in here, and so she gestures you inside, closes the door, and takes a very comfortable seat in the dealer spot.
Sabachthani sits on the edge of the table and just crosses her legs.
There
Does
you go.
not sit in a chair.
And may I offer you and your friends anything?
Dewey here would like some water.
Water can certainly be arranged. For you, Miss Odilla?
Oh, I will take whatever the house specialty is. And she'll take one of the seats at the table, and she'll also just pull out another seat in case an unseen companion would like to sit as well.
and Dewey whispers, and a Pilsner.
And a Pilsner, perhaps watered down.
Oh my god.
Okay. Wow.
It's a casino. They water all the drinks.
That's true.
First roll
true.
on my new dice set. I rolled a nat
Ooh.
1.
Of course.
I'm just getting getting it out of the way.
Wait,
Does
for
that mean
drink
they
making
poorly-
or perception?
they poorly watered the drink, or they overwatered it?
No, this is for perception to see if Marlista picked up the fact that the shadow was whispering. But she does. She rings a little bell, and one of the wait staff pokes their head in, takes the order, disappears. Right, Sabachthani, darling, tell me about this these unusual books.
So, I think I implied, of course, Lester and I have been doing some business up at Candlekeep, and Sabachthani will, for the sake of hand wave, basically relate to her the baseline version of what happened with this weird book. It turned into a creature. This isn't the first time, etc. Not full details, not naming names of anybody they talked to in Candlekeep, but a general overview of sketchy books turning into monsters. We need to figure out what's up. There's pay involved.
Hey. Well, that is interesting. I haven't heard any rumor quite like that connected to the Amberdoon books.
But you have heard rumors connected to the Amberdoon books then.
Well, the best rumor that I heard was that Nadalia was not a humanoid.
Oh, do tell.
Best
You know I love a good rumor about masquerading as a humanoid.
It's a great deal of fun, isn't it? Well, the rumor is that she was a Lamia.
Indeed.
Or a
Well,
Lamia. I don't actually know how to pronounce that.
Lamia or Lamia. Well, that is fascinating.
Isn't it just? And seemed to be more interested in books than anything else. Which, I mean, as you know, for that type.
Even more fascinating. Well, are these partners or companions of hers that have continued running the store in her absence?
The word I hear used most often is pack.
You know I don't like that word, but
No, too many incidents with the hellhounds, dear.
too many tactical incidents, as it were. Fascinating. Well, that is something to be cautious of. Do you happen to know anything of their magical inclinations. Whoever is getting involved in this is clearly involved in some sort of summoning, alchemy, some transmutation of some sort. Anything like that coming out of that direction?
I don't get the impression that they're really much in the way of casters. Or if they are, it might just be one or two.
Interesting. Well, that is very good to know.
They just seem to be people selling books.
Dealers.
Quite.
This is why I don't like middlemen.
But they do have a fascinating set of collections. And it's a mix of things. There's a great deal of the good history books. There's some excellent magical tomes in there. There's even some fiction. Turns up there every now and again.
Well, we shall certainly have to go check it out when it opens in the morn.
Yes. I will be off shift in about 3 or 4 hours or so, and I'm free in the morning if you would like an escort.
Would love to meet up. We're staying at the Elf Song Tavern for the time being.
Of course you're staying at the Elf Song.
You know I can't turn down a recommendation.
It's a little bit of a tourist trap, but what can you do?
What isn't these days in Baldur's Gate? It's the
very
only
true.
attraction they've got. Well, if you happen to see my husband, do make sure he hasn't gotten himself killed without my knowledge. And
Oh dear, you've lost your pet again.
oh, he's not my pet, and he's certainly not lost. I allow him a very long leash.
Fair enough.
This
Well,
is really great water, by the way. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. I'm sorry, what was your name, young man? Wuya?
Oh, I'm Wuya. This is Dewey.
Dewey's is there probably at this point in time. They're like just
Smockety
listening.
has fully forgotten that anyone else is in the room and kind of like comes to herself and turns around and is like, oh, that's right, people.
Well, now, I thought Dewey was the name of your... what's your name, young man?
Iris.
That is a beautiful name.
Thank you.
And
It's after
not
the
for the
eyeball.
flower. It's for the thing in your eye.
Sabachthani, darling, don't take this the wrong way. Did you join a traveling troupe?
Well, you know, Mama did want me to have an arts education for some inexplicable reason. I think it's because, well, you've met my brothers. You know what they're like.
She adopted us.
We sort of just,
We're traveling companions, partners, if
Yes.
you will, like
no,
equals.
not, no, absolutely not that one. Traveling
Not like
companions,
life
certainly.
partners. They're like, her partner is Mr. Moreover. But like,
Right, yeah.
Husband. The word you're
We're
looking
more,
for is husband. We
you know,
are
equal
legally
companions.
bonded. No, not really. Even remotely. That is.
wait, bonded? I thought it was bondage.
Whoa!
How old are you again, child?
It seems Wuya has visited room 8 more than we knew.
I mean, I knew you were eavesdropping, but I would have thought you would have learned other lessons from that, such as to not do so anymore.
Well, I also learned proper knot tying techniques, so.
When? Is that what you did on our 1 month off time?
Just sitting by the door, it's like, oh yes, an overhand hitch. No one? Duh.
I think
You's not still a skill in D&D.
I know.
It's usually covered in sleight of hand. Which
There
is
we go.
fun.
After all the chatter, Adilla's gonna drain her drink, stand up, and ask Marlista, so which one of these tables is least likely to con me?
Oh, darling. Any other establishment in Baldur's Gate there would be no such thing. But here in the Temple of the Goddess, we run fair tables. All of them are fair.
Just make sure you don't invoke her sister. You know how jealous the gods get.
Ooh, yes, please don't do that. The last time someone did that, I was cleaning stains for a month. It is very unfortunate that clerics don't get prestidigitation.
Well, we'll have to work on that. Have you talked to my mother? I'm sure she could arrange something.
Unfortunately, being bonded to Timora, your mother and I don't get on all that well.
So I shouldn't send you an invitation to the next family reunion then.
Oh no, please do. It's very fun.
Wonderful. Lester and I will have plenty of stories, I'm sure.
I look forward to hearing every one of them while the goddess of luck plays with some of the games.
Of course.
Speaking of being bonded to your mom, where is Lester?
James, I will murder you.
The best segue with the worst setup, and I love it.
It's horrible. Lester, have you completed what you set out to do?
Yeah,
Are you-
I'm back at the inn, just nursing a drink with a 1,000-yard stare
All right. Yeah, that's
in a rare morose, in a very uncharacteristic morose mood.
all right. So, Marlista finishes her drink, stands up. As delightful as it is to catch up with you, darling Sabachthani, I do have to get back to my duties.
Of course, you're working, and I should go find Lester. Being apart from him from this long indicates that there may be other concerns that I should be dealing myself with. So,
Ah, well, you always are concerning yourself with other people's problems. Try to worry about yourself now and again, dear.
once the rest of my family has passed on to their immortality, I will be happy to do so.
Ah, so never. Got it.
Indeed.
And she gives you the two cheek kiss again.
Yep. Yeah, Sabachthani will turn to the rest of the group and just be like, well, feel free to enjoy the luck of Timora if you so please. This is an excellent establishment in which to do so. I need to go return to our hotel, find my husband, and get some rest.
Okay.
I was watching this dice game over here. And it's called Craps. Sorry, but we should totally play that.
Well, if you are interested in playing the games, you may certainly do so. Please.
Do y'all have a thing that's oh gosh, I don't know if you guys call it the same thing here, like blackjack?
We
21.
we have something very similar. Yes, that's that table over there.
Oh, okay. Do you let kids play?
Anyone can invoke the blessing of Timora. Just make sure that you don't have more than you should lose.
Okay.
And Miss Adilla, how about yourself?
I think I found my table. She has spotted a woman that looks similar to a woman of her past that catches Adilla's eye. And she doesn't even care what game is being played. She heads over to that table and kind of plans on using Timora's luck for not the game.
Fair enough. As you are walking away, Marlista reaches out and lightly places a hand on your shoulder. The luck of Timora go with you, and casts guidance on you.
I don't know what that does.
It's a plus D4 to a skill check.
Nice.
Did you not use that as Winley?
Unguided? I don't think so. Did I?
Guidance is a cleric spell, and it's shockingly one that isn't used very often because it's not good in combat situations. It's
Yeah, I don't think
phenomenal
I
in
had-
social situations.
Yeah, I don't think I had it.
I don't think Winley used it a lot. Elspeth uses it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
never
need any help in social situations.
I never had it or used it as Andraste. I have it in one of my clerics. I don't remember which one because there's a list.
It's the problem with banning clerics. Anyway.
We got a bunch of inspiration that we need to burn making money.
All right, are you guys going to be playing the tables?
Yeah,
Yes.
I specifically chose blackjack so I can count cards.
Of course you did. All right. For counting cards, give me an intelligence check, please.
All right, let's see me get boned by a shitty dice. Oh, okay, that's a 17. If anyone wants to throw an inspiration on there.
You have remember that you have a +1. Everybody has +1 to
right,
skill
thank
checks
you.
because we got a good night's sleep.
Yeah, but you know what? You could get over 20
That's true.
with the D6.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do you
Thank you for
Yeah.
making me some fictional money, y'all.
Do you have a good deception, Wuya? Because you can use deception with card stuff.
If you don't have good deception, you can also have that tonic of Eagle Splendor, which improves your charisma.
So with the +6, I got a 24.
Okay. Yeah, you are able, like, you're sitting at the table and they don't have a thing for you to sit on, so your chin is kind of right at that table level, which actually turns out to be kind of perfect because you can see all of the cards because they don't think to hide them from someone who's at this level. So you're able to count cards very easily and you are winning big.
Wow! Oh my God! I'm making.
He got so enthusiastic his Zoom clipped out.
All of a sudden, some big men come up. Kid, we want to talk to you outside.
James, roll me a D10, please.
A D10, sure.
You counting cards,
well,
kid?
A 5.
All right. Over the course of the evening, as you stay there counting cards, and you're smart. You know better than to win all of the time, but you do end the evening with 50 gold.
Solid.
50 gold more than you had.
Cool.
Dewey, what are you up to?
I'm throwing dice.
Okay.
I would love to use intelligence on it, but dexterity.
Luck check.
Luck or sleight of hand? I'm not quite sure.
There's no luck check. There's no luck.
There's a luck check in every game.
True. In D&D, it's, a 10 or higher. It's basically a death saving throw.
I personally like to either do the high-low or odds-evens call because then you can feel more bad if you lose.
That's a little bit
do not
more
pass.
like what is that spinny ball table thing called?
Roulette.
That. I don't gamble. I only really know what roulette is because it was in the Persona 5 game. All right.
So my sleight of hand is a +3.
Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand for playing at dice.
20.
That?
But it could be 26.
Do it.
Yeah. 21.
Blackjack! Oh, wait.
I mean, it's real good. Roll me a D10, please.
Yeah. 1.
Okay. You're doing quite well overall, but this is more of a copper and silver table. The fact that you come away with 10 gold, you won quite well. You won quite a lot. It was just a lower stakes table.
Makes sense.
Odila, darling.
The woman that she saw, is there a seat open next to that woman?
There is. As you're approaching, a gentleman throws his cards down on the table, grumbles something about Timora not being with him today, and stalks away. And the woman watches him go, and then her eye trails back, and she catches your eye and smiles. What does this woman look like, Laura?
Oh, she's got real dark black hair and that like a cute bob with like kind of the blunt bangs, very sophisticated looking. And so Odila will kind of snake her way over and sit down and say to her, well, you looked like you were in need of better company.
Darling, you cannot imagine. That man was a bore.
Well, I sat down not even knowing what we're playing, so why don't you walk me through this?
Well, I'll be more than happy to. Dealer, And
of course, Odila doesn't even care if she wins or loses the game.
Nah. Nah, and it's poker. This is a game that you've played often enough that you could probably play it blindfolded and then be fine. So you're free to focus on the lovely woman next to you, whose name is Sarai. She introduces herself.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. Well, if it's poker, then Odila has played this many times. And she could, she can definitely multitask while playing this.
Excellent. Give me a performance or a sleight of hand check, your choice.
Okay. Oh, definitely let's do sleight of hand for sure.
I mean, I figured with who I was talking to.
Oh yeah, that'll be a 27.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you are. The cards are putty in your hands. You're not cheating, not by any stretch of the imagination. You are just doing very well. And then Sarai notices and is sort of has a finger up to her lips and is appraising you, smiling.
I guess I was lucky in more ways than one.
Well, you were certainly lucky with the cards, darling. What other ways could you possibly be talking about?
Well, I think that is up to you.
Oh, is it? What sort of games? What sort of other games do you like playing, Miss Odila?
Perhaps that is something we can discuss more privately, and she'll kind of, after they've played a while, she'll make the first move and get up and just look inquiringly to see if she'll get some company.
And Sarai looks very theatrically at her cards. Well, this isn't nearly as interesting, and puts them down on the table. Gets up. She is dressed in a very a well-cut sort of outfit. Definitely displaying assets without being overly done, and it is a well-cut kind of outfit in the sense of this person has money. What is she doing down the lower city? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who cares?
She'll just say, we could find a quiet corner here or find a quieter corner somewhere else. And looking at your outfit, your place might be a little better than mine.
I have rather a nice room. Why don't you come with me?
Are we going? What?
You almost forgot it.
Hi.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you and Dewey play the buddy system tonight, and you all can make it back to the Elf Song on your own, right?
And that's how we lose Dewey and Ruia.
We've got a perfect buddy system worked out now.
Like, I will go up to Odila's ear and say, but Dewey already burned his invisibility, I think. So if he's out there, they're gonna mug him and they're not gonna mug me. And I can't help because I'm just a kid.
Well, I have heard of these mysterious sleep storms sweeping through, so perhaps you can use that on your way home if you run into any problems.
Well, that's true. Okay. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Sarai. Darling, you didn't say you had a child.
Oh, no. She's
No. He's not mine. Just say,
we're traveling
Alright.
companions.
travel companion.
Well,
Just around a child.
that's not any less creepy.
Don't worry. Those road trip movies, you got such the mishmash of oddball companions.
Oh, I do enjoy those stories. Odila, dear, shall we?
And Odila will go. She'll throw one fierce look at Wuya. Do not ruin this for me. And hurry out. Yep.
Oh, also, Laura, if you could roll me a d10, please.
Hey, Dewey, that lady looks super rich and Odila's going with her. Do you want to follow?
Oh my god.
I suddenly regret leaving everyone to not mitigate this.
Odila rolled a 9.
Oh wow. Yeah, you are doing very well at the table. There, you walk away with 90 gold.
Nice.
Yeah, and it looks like you're not doing
actually-
so hot, dude. I mean, you're doing really well, but you
Yeah.
should be playing on like the bigger tables.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I don't know math. You know what we should do? We should
Follow Odila.
battle. Okay, I was thinking battle our way through Baldur's Gate.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, just blow up the place. Like, really.
So, Dewey, there is this thing in which you win some things and then you feel like you can win other things. Our combined age is less than Odila.
Yeah, but we both have sleep spells.
That's true, but how does that blow shit up?
I have grease. We can light grease on fire with.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. What else? I got some matches.
I mean, I've got Ray of Frost. They didn't let me learn any fire spells when I was there.
Yeah, that's
Can't
okay.
imagine why.
But my talking spell book can change my ice spell into fire spell.
Okay, so which one are we gonna blow up first?
Oh my god.
Dude, no, I mean, if something happens, we blow them up.
If
Well, I
there's
thought
an
you just said let's
explosion,
blow-
Wes will head for it.
I thought you just said we're gonna blow up Baldur's Gate.
Well, no, I mean, no. Let's just go, and if we make it back to the Elf Song Tavern without any problems, whoa, that's awesome. But if we get into a fight, let's give them hell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready, Iris? Cool.
Where the fuck is Rusty?
You can literally snap your fingers and he comes back.
Rusty just like pops up from under. He's like, like I've been here this whole time.
I'm right here, dipshit.
Was that Rusty or was that Navi?
It was
Hey,
neither
here,
voice.
dipshit!
So... no. Navi is entirely too helpful to swear at you.
That's fair.
Okay, let's go give him hell.
Let's do it.
I made a lot of money. Let's go.
Give them
my big
hell.
back
8-year-old boy walking down the street going, I made a lot of money.
With my big backpack.
Oh,
I was glad I wasn't there to hear you say the phrase "give them hell." It's fine. It's fine.
Boys, do me a favor and roll me a perception check, please.
Oh dear.
All right, keep an eye out, Iris.
Yes, also for
Uh,
your animal companions.
Outstanding. The only combat where they get is our 2 kid players getting mugged.
18
I was just
for
trying
me.
to go find you. It's
Again.
fine.
We
12
just
and
got rated
13,
in time for them to see 2 children get mugged.
I think we have to do it now.
Fantastic.
Welcome, Mad Bird Streams.
Hi guys, welcome in. I'm
Look at
sorry.
this.
What did you get, Wuya?
12 and 13, Iris and Ouya.
Okay.
18 and 7. 18 for Dewey.
Cool.
Great.
All right, so you're walking. Both of you make. God damn it! Both
You know
of you.
what? Before we leave, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
You know.
Cool.
All right. I will say though, this is my personal DM rule. I cannot imagine any person who has Mage Armor not casting it first thing in the morning. So unless you have told me that you haven't cast the ritual for some stupid fucking reason,
It's not a ritual.
Yeah.
That's why.
all right.
It's a spell slot.
Unless you tell me that you're not willing to spend the spell slot that day, I just kind of assume that you do because I'm not looking at your sheets. I trust you guys, mostly.
I have 78 hit points.
That's the mostly part of the trust.
Mostly because I know that Ezra will abuse it. No, I'm teasing. Right. Yes.
Is death spell still a thing?
there's several death spells. Which one are you thinking of?
Yes, but at very high levels and under a different name.
Yeah, I became intimately familiar with Power Word Kill recently.
Oh yeah, power. No, in old school D&D, the spell was literally called Death Spell.
That spell.
And it was like sleep, but you didn't wake up.
I mean, that's basically Power Word
That's
Kill.
basically Power Word Kill at this point. Yeah.
You speak a word, and if you're under 100 hit points, you're just dead.
Well, so Death Spell in AD&D, Death Spell was literally like sleep, where it was like, how many hit dice of things do you kill?
Ooh.
Oh, that's halfway across the city by now.
Yeah, let me know when you're done with the boys and I get back to the original hotel we were staying.
No, they're getting beat up. I mean, we gotta watch.
Yeah, I do want to watch that. That's why I said after you're done with the boys.
And let me be clear: the people doing the mugging are getting beat up because no mugger in any fantasy game has ever been successful. It's kind of sad.
Are they a goose? Because that could fully change the situation.
Oh no, a whole gang of geese.
A gang of geese.
Oh, Alondra, why do you do this to me?
It's just a bunch of bandits in goose outfits.
I thought I was gonna get called out for like stepping on your game, not
We're a
giving
goose
you
gang.
ideas.
Give us your money, honk.
The geese are like this, and then William's like, "What are you doing?"
Honka honk honk.
They can't
Honka,
snap
honka,
with their
honka.
feathers.
Instead of the sharks and the jets, it's just like
Geese and the badgers.
honk. Yeah, there we go. Geese and the badgers.
There's gonna be a honking tonight.
It is.
There is. Odilla's gonna do that honking.
Really need a musical episode. Maybe we plan that for when we're able to do like the last game of this, which will be the only game that we do in person.
Yeah, see, Odilla gets Anita's part. Odilla's gonna get her kicks tonight.
Join our Patreon and tell us what you'd like to see from the musical episode.
I
Yeah,
just
because
met
it's
a
going to
goose
happen.
named Maria.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Got Steven Spielberg. We've got the real West Side Story revival here.
This is why we never actually hit plot points in this game. Not that anyone's mad. I'm just calling it like I see it.
You got to call the thing what it is. All right.
I want to be in a Baldur's Gate. I want to be in a Baldur's Gate. I want to be in a Baldur's Gate.
This is one of the times when I really wish we were in person so I could throw something across the table at you.
I do like the what Duke Flink says in the chat. Not that I'm reading the chat, but
My phone's almost dead. I can't.
Imagine what a mugger sees. Wuya with his backpack, just walking down Baldur's
Let that
Gate.
one by.
Yeah.
Let that one by.
It's like too obvious.
Every single gang is like, wait, no. This has got to be a trap.
I want to be in a Baldur's Gate. I want to be
No one wants to come here. What's his angle?
Is Wuya loudly yelling, "I hope I'm safe with all this money on me."
I have conflicting desires here.
Oh, that's
Roll a
Odilla.
d20, high or low.
Okay.
We've
Make a
got
luck
some
roll.
cards and bits, and I think that
Yeah,
we need
come
some
on.
combat.
We need to start a combat at 9:30.
This is the last game of the first and last game of September. So
Yeah, terribly sorry. Last week I got home at 6:45 and was just like, I'm so glad I
It's
called it off.
Not your fault.
I blame your boss.
Yeah.
combat.
Combat.
What could possibly happen after I won 50 gold, Dewey?
What languages do the two of you speak?
Quite a bit. Why?
Why?
Common and Elvish.
Common and Elvish?
Mhm.
Speak goose.
What languages do you speak, Wuya?
Common, Elvish, Infernal, Celestial.
Okay. As you two are noisily trekking down the street in Baldur's Gate, you hear a whisper off to the side a little bit that's in Infernal, where it's like, do you think? No. What's going on? What are they doing? They're children, for Christ's sake. And
Tonight, you're getting mugged tonight.
look, that one won a lot at the table.
And then just like start saying in Infernal, "Oh, I hope no one mugs us. It would be the worst thing ever."
Oh my gosh, the briar patch.
and you hear like this little scuffle, like, nope, it's a trap, and then just like steps running on the opposite direction.
Just like continue to say in Infernal, "Oh my gosh, my pockets are so heavy."
You can just hear like, have you ever been in a building where there's like some sort of rodent in the wall? It's that noise of just like the skittering sound away from you as you proceed down the streets in Baldur's Gate.
This happens like 6 times.
This happens multiple times as Wu Ya is just like, I have a lot of money in Infernal. Which is not so much a language as it is a collection of sounds destined to terrify you. And as they are making their relatively safe way back to the Elf Song Tavern, we'll go and join the Moreovers over there. Sabachthani, you arrive with no incident at the Elf Song Tavern. No one is stupid enough to try that.
I would hope not.
Because you're this 6'5" tiefling woman just striding down the street, just no fucks given.
Yep. Nope. No, I'm gonna head back to the tavern, and when I get there, do I spot Lester?
I believe he's still there.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a table nursing a drink.
I will swing by the bar, get a drink myself, and then just come over and slide in right next to him and just sort of like drink on the table, hand on the knee.
Hello, my love. Did you have a good evening?
Well, I certainly got some important information from my Lester. You remember my Lester? She's the one devoted to Tamora. I think she was at a couple of reunions ago when she wasn't on shift.
Cool.
How was your evening, Angel?
One does what one must.
You wanna elaborate on that, or should I just pretend I don't know?
I think this is the one thing that I would not ever tell anyone.
Well, in that case, you ready for a refill?
I think so, yes. Thank you, my love.
Wave
I'm
a
not,
hand for the bartender.
I think a good night's rest will do me a world of good.
Of course. You want
Make
company or?
make a perception roll.
Absolutely.
Perception or insight?
I think this
that's
is
a good point.
perception.
All right, perception it is.
Unnatural 20.
There is under the sleeve of Lester's jacket, very briefly, a human finger sticks out, and then one of those bugs just like devours it.
Okay. Yeah, so he just kind of glances down, like catches that, sees it, thinks about it, and just kind of pats you on the leg. So, you care for company for the evening, or should I go occupy myself elsewhere, Angel?
I am never happier than when I am in your presence, my love.
Well, I think I've got the rest of the party pretty well occupied trying Tamora's luck. And since we appear to have been blessed by Bashaba tonight, perhaps we should retire.
They let children gamble?
I don't ask questions, darling. It's not my place.
Those children need parents.
I think those children have parents. Deweys are missing and Wooyahs are questionable at best.
Well, you leave the goats out of the barn, one day you don't have goats.
I didn't know you were that familiar with livestock, darling. I thought you dealt with more human endeavors.
Well, it's true. I read a book that involved goats.
No, I'm familiar with the book that you were referring to now that you mention it. Why don't we retire?
Of course.
And Smuckney will just very gently sort of twine her fingers into Lester's, sort of lead him upstairs, and they will go tuck in for the evening.
All right. Probably a couple hours later, Wuya and Dewey arrive back at the Elf Song Tavern, completely unbothered the entire way.
This town sucks.
I'm gonna get mugged.
I know. I want to get into a fight.
Yeah. Gosh, I have all this rotten food in my bag, and I can't use it unless people fight me.
What are you doing with? Never mind.
Nope.
As you say that at volume, the ladies at the knife from across the street look at you like, have a bard you're planning to go and heckle?
Oh, hi, Janice. Yeah, no. We were just like walking through and, we don't want to get mugged, but we were kind of hoping for it.
I'm sorry, what? Why were you hoping to get mugged?
Well, Dewey said we were gonna, what were the exact words?
Something about burn this mother down. Anyway, we've got some new spells, and maybe thinking about trying them out.
Oh, honey, Baldur's Gate is too damp to burn. Unfortunately, people have tried.
Yeah, it's a lot of mildew.
Yeah, the issues with being a port town and being down the lower city, everything is low-level wet all the time. And not in a pleasant way. Oh, wait, you're children.
Anyway, we're going to go to Upper Town tomorrow. Maybe it's drier up there.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, did you have a good night, Janice? Was it?
It was a bit slow, but, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, best of luck. Hopefully tomorrow is better.
Thank you, kid. Have a good
Okay.
night. Sleep well.
You too. Bye, Beatrice.
Bye.
Those are some weird names.
Hold on, kid.
They're really nice. I like them.
And you make your way back into the Elf Song Tavern. Is there anything that the two of you would like to do before you retire for the evening?
Go over to Adilla's door. Oh, she's not here. Oh well. Okay. See you, Dewey.
See you, will ya?
Maybe tomorrow we can burn this mother down.
Ooh, actually, we should go buy some inks tomorrow. There's still some spells that we haven't transcribed yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And we made some money.
Yeah.
Oh, now
Thanks,
they say it quietly.
Don't shit where you eat and don't advertise where you sleep.
Maybe now the second story, you were just being followed, and the second story men are going to go to work now.
There's an alarm spell happening tonight in my room.
The moreover
is
is
every night.
surprisingly quiet tonight.
Oh yeah, you walk by the moreover's door and it is dead silent.
Oh. Knock, knock, knock. Is everything okay? Y'all are being kind of quiet, and it's pretty early.
The fact that it's early should be an indicator. Good night, Woo-ya.
Good night. Okay. Shuffles over to the room.
All right. And the two of you retire for the night with Dewey placing the alarm spell appropriately. Anything
And
else
the
y'all?
inn blows up.
It's the Elf Song Tavern. It's traditional. You can't blow it up.
You have to wait and see if the ghost comes to serenade you.
It's true. obviously. But the night passes quietly for some, thoughtfully for others, very noisily for at least one.
The alarm keeps going off from the fox.
Rusty has the world's tiniest bladder.
Rusty's on the list.
Is there anyone else on the list besides Rusty? Do you trust anyone else? Okay, that's what I thought.
It depends on the night.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. And regardless of how people sleep, the morning dawns, as the morning usually does. Baldur's Gate wakes early, especially down here in the lower city. It is, as mentioned, a port town, so the city really starts moving well before dawn. Up here near the Elf Song Tavern, which is a little further away from the docks, things don't start really moving until about 5 or 6, but then things start getting real noisy at about 7.
I come down at breakfast and I note that it is just the two boys.
Hey. Yeah.
What? Rusty's here?
Where
Somewhere.
did you lose Odilla?
Oh no, Odilla. So I think Odilla had
Adela spent the night somewhere else.
some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. That is alarmingly vague.
I think.
I think the only alarm was in Dewey's room, darling.
Oh yeah, you guys can't come in my room because the alarm goes off.
Why
I mean,
would we?
you can.
Why
Then you
would we
hear
want to come in your room, Dewey?
Well, what if you had a question to ask me? What if you're like, oh man,
I could wait until the morning. A lesson
Oh.
you all could stand to learn.
well, what if it's on fire and you're like, Dewey, I gotta get Dewey out of his room.
That's not a question. That's a moment of urgency, in which case triggering the alarm would be actually a very good idea. Do you not leave a fire break in your alarm? Presumably that would trigger your alarm, would it not?
No, I believe it's a creature. It has to be a creature that crosses.
Oh, so only if like a fire method were to cross, but not just like general fire. Okay.
Right.
Noted.
I mean, would we trigger the? I mean, if the place is burning, we should get ourselves out. They always say, take care of yourself first, and then assist any children you are traveling with.
That is true. That is what the manuals recommend, yes.
There's a manual?
Yes. Were you not familiar?
I don't think I came with the manual.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't all go to school in the Hells. Fire is a major concern down there. I'll see if I can get you a copy.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we totally did not get mugged last night at Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, an 8-year-old boy with a backpack full of money. We didn't get nothing.
No mugging.
Not one side glance.
Why do you sound disappointed?
Were you looking to get mugged?
I don't know. You win in Rome.
You know.
We're not in Rome. We're in Baldur's Gate.
Win in Baldur's Gate.
How much
Yeah.
money did you?
Where did Baldur's Gate leave? That is the.
Mm-hmm. That's true. How much money did you make?
A lot.
Not much.
Just between the two. I see. Right.
Well, I guess breakfast is on you boys.
Indeed.
Okay. Okay, Odilla, I think had sex. Okay, breakfast.
Yeah. Third party
Rusty
kissing and
definitely
telling
pops up.
is even worse.
That's just tattling at that point.
Yeah, no, Smuckley's just kind of shake your head like, one of us is gonna have to have a talk with that boy. I just don't know which talk we need to have.
What Miss Arnaldi does in the privacy of her own time is her own business.
I'm in full agreement. But clearly, not everyone is informed on that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, where did you go last night, Mr. Moreover?
Much like Miss Andilla, what I do in my own time is my own business.
Oh, okay.
Okay, breakfast 1, breakfast 2.
I would say at the same time across town, Odila still woke up early. It's just habit. She used her rogue skills to sneak out and get some coffee and breakfast. And she'll slip back into the room, kiss her eyes back, kind of set down the thing and just say, unfortunately, I don't want to sneak out, but unfortunately, well, you met my traveling companions and we have a bit of an errand with a bookseller today.
And Sarai kind of sighs a little and rolls over, propping her head up on her fist as she looks at you. Oh, darling, so beautiful and so mysterious.
So many kids.
I swear they're not mine.
Well,
she'll get in close and say, but perhaps this is not the last time I see you, and give her a little peck, and then kind of saunter out of the room.
and Sarai returns the kiss and says, I certainly hope not.
So she will get herself back to the inn and probably join the party right when Wuya is saying, breakfast, breakfast, breakfast.
Oh, hey, Odila, we're getting breakfast. Let me get you another one. I made, bosses over, a lot of money, so I'm buying everybody breakfast.
Oh, well, I made a lot of money as well, and I've already had some breakfast, Wuya, but that's very kind and generous of you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's bacon.
Who eats
Wait,
just
was that
bacon?
the sound of Iris?
It pulls double duty running.
And bacon bits.
bitsing.
Got it.
It's a very multi-use sound.
We can only afford 2 accents and 1 sound effect, you guys.
Join our
Foley is,
Patreon. We can get multiple sound effects for the next
Sound
episode.
effects are expensive, man.
They are.
He only bought bacon.
Maybe concerned about his digestive health. This is a very meat-heavy diet for both of these children. I have not seen a salad the entire time this party has traveled together.
I mean, there was some lettuce on the tacos that Dewey ate.
That is not a salad. That is a garnish.
Unlike these olives.
So what? The wide is open this morning, and
Yes, I was planning to head over to Amadine Boots. Marlester will be joining us if no one has any objections.
Are we at all concerned that we may be getting mugged?
Oh, don't worry. This place is very safe. I didn't get mugged at all.
I'm truly not concerned about getting mugged because if anybody tries that, I have means of dealing with that situation.
Odila spins her 2 daggers likewise and puts them back in.
Yeah. Just nod and wink at Odila, you get what I'm saying.
Apparently being an 8-year-old is really safe here, so we're good.
Yeah, I mean, I literally heard people running away from us as we were walking down here.
What exactly were you doing when they ran away?
I mean, I was just saying that I won a lot of money.
How exactly did you phrase that? Ooh, yeah.
I was walking down the street. I'm like, oh no, my back is so heavy from all this money in Infernal.
All right.
Perhaps
They were
you
also
should change
speaking
your
of-
area of study to psychology because you have mastered reverse psychology there.
Indeed.
I am a doctor after all.
I'm just saying that there's the possibility that there will be reinforcements if we have made ourselves out to be a target. And unlike the rest of my apparently bloodthirsty compatriots, I do not relish a fight.
Do you mustard a fight? Sorry.
A little ketchup
Well-
maybe here and there.
I hate you so much.
I, unlike the rest of you, have a schedule and an appointment to keep. And I don't know if this means anything to the rest of you, but in my family, we put a particular level of importance on keeping our appointments. So I, unfortunately, for the time of day, I'm going to have to head out. You all are welcome to join myself and my Lister, if you like.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Let
You
us
wanna
to the
finish your
books.
bacon?
To the
or are you gonna
bookshop.
travel with your bacon?
Just
I have-
put.
No more bacon.
Have you eaten a vegetable since I have met you? I've only seen you eat bacon, chorizo, and macaroni. I can't even do it. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
During all this banter, Odila did rush upstairs to change her clothes. She neglected to do that in a while.
I mean, it's not a walk of shame if you aren't ashamed.
There we go.
That's true.
Well, let us to
Yeah.
Amba Dune Books.
Indeed.
All right. So the 5 of you plus animal companions set out from the Elf Song Tavern in the morning. I imagine you're going to go by
The ladies' house. Or
Thank
ladies'
you.
hall.
Yeah, the ladies' hall.
Ladies Hall. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, well, I mean,
HAUL.
Ladies Hall. Swing by the Ladies Hall in order to pick up your cousin.
of course.
Our ratings just doubled. Hi, Lucy.
Yay.
Oh, so
Oh,
many familiars.
That cat does not want to be held.
Well, tough.
The cat wants to be held in all possible configurations simultaneously. Is the
I
problem.
just like the blur effect on the head.
Yeah.
Oh God, those eyes. It's so pretty.
Mm.
All right, and as you are heading for the Ladies Hall, that's where we're going to end for tonight. Terribly sorry for no combat, but you know.
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned Odila used the dangerous oil card for other purposes.
No, that was a surgical strike. That was a surgical strike.
Oh, she used both of them.
Best way to use it.
That eagle's splendor was indeed in full display.
Quite. Thank you all so much for joining us. We apologize for having been off for the last month. We're going to try to keep to a regular schedule again now that we're back. It's good to be back with everyone. Thank you again for joining us. Check out the Patreon. Like we said, we'll be back here on Monday. This Saturday, we'll be back with Down Darker Trails, the Call of Cthulhu game. And Wednesday, the final episode of the Alaska arc is going to be dropping on the Redacted Reports. Find
Is it
out what...
good? I don't know. Alaska.
I hate you so much.
And everyone simultaneously casts their fire spells.
Yeah, pretty much. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. We will catch y'all on the flip side. Ezra, what are our quotes tonight?
Oh.
Too many.
My,
Too many.
I don't know. This is my current favorite is Taco Challenge Road. After an excruciatingly long investigation, something you always want to hear your GM say, "I'm not your mom. You better wipe completely." I want to lubricate fully too. Interesting, nice people. I've become a master of the seat dance. No, I'm a delicate flower. I hope not. He could afford a lot of breakfasts. Clerical concerns. You know, I love a good rumor about masquerading as a humanoid. This is why I don't like middlemen. Bonded? I thought it was bondage. This town sucks. I wanted to get in a fight. That should probably be the time.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
an
good
Abe
one.
quote. I'm sorry, that's in the wrong game.
We don't want to get mugged, but we were hoping for it. And apparently being an 8-year-old is really safe here.
Well, that about
Oh,
That
man.
about summarizes the whole freaking episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Maybe next time they will actually get to Amber Dune books. We'll see.
Hey, we got to Baldur's
I
Gate,
got us
which
to
is more
Baldur's
than
Gate.
We got to Baldur's
we
Gate
expected.
before the break, even.
Come on, this is a 2-shot. We're going to be playing forever.
To be fair, Thomas and I never set a episode limit on this one because
Yeah, but how long was Ezra supposed to be playing with us?
That was like a couple episodes, then Warren will be in.
I'm a special guest in the same way Thomas was a special guest in Down Darker
I was
Trails.
gonna say I was expecting to be a widow by episode 3, so I'm delighted personally.
oh goodness. I will admit that early on I was given the piece of advice, don't kill Ezra. It's funnier this way.
You were given correct
Aw.
advice.
So you talked to Rachel.
There were like 4 people who gave me that piece of advice. That's the funny part about it. It was like, yes, torture him, make him play D&D longer.
Keep rolling that D20, Ezra. Keep rolling it.
Aw.
You know,
Guys,
when you're rolling,
after
when
a
you're rolling-
month off, I just want to say I love you guys, and I love all you guys out there, and I miss
Love
you.
you.
I
So
tolerate many of you.
so thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Not you, James.